Sorry, Betty. In mid-conversation, I just put the intro up. Sorry, man. What's happening?
Right, mate.
As usual, I've got the fucking YouTube on in the background, and it fucks me up right at the start. But that's all good. It's all fucking good because the Pies have got a big game tomorrow night, and as you can see in the chat, I've put my tips in. Pies by 45. Westy to kick 3+ and Josh Dacos for BOG. That is a definite tip from the heart there. Tip from the brain, you don't want to know. But look, I reckon we will respond at least. We will at least respond, and I don't know what the result is going to be, but we have to respond, man. And look, the ins, we've got the ins there. I think all of us are absolutely fucking stoked to see the first two, West and Hayes, back in. Allen, well, he had to come in, and if I swear Fly plays him on the wing, I'll fucking cry. Yeah. And then we got Parker as well. Now, yeah, I know everyone was screaming from the rooftops for Noah House, but Fly has gone with Parker. So there you go. It'll be interesting to see how we match up. With the inclusion of Parker, I reckon he's probably got a bit frightened from the Geelong loss last week. It just seemed like we didn't have enough maybe smalls or something. I'm playing devil's advocate here, trying to work out what the fuck Fly was thinking there. But yeah, we'll see what happens. And I would just like to make a big welcome to the two gentlemen that are on the panel from the start here. Benny Zero and Adriano. Ben, how are you, pal?
Yeah, great. Thanks, Mick. Hi, chat. And yeah, too kind as always.
So, what do you reckon, man? I did listen to you earlier on Pies Footy, and you were throwing some big, massive fucking truth bombs there, man. About Darcy Moore, should with the form that he's putting out so far, maybe he should come back through the resis, but that's obviously not going to fucking happen. But it was great to see you lay out some truth bombs there, and yeah, man.
I actually spoke to Cass after the stream, and I asked him. I said, "Was I too flat or too negative? I don't know. I just felt like it was just how I felt, you know." I don't like a lot of the boys here. I don't see the VFL as a punishment. So if you need to drop down and have a kick and sort your head out, if it's possible for him, that's what you got to do, you know.
Yeah, it's true, man. And even like players like Sidey, he has a stinker tomorrow night. Like, we're starting to, it's a weird little situation we got ourselves here with the Pendles game coming up in 2 weeks. All his mates are going to want to play, but if they haven't got the form up, what are we doing, man? We're just fucking around and just putting anyone in just for the occasion. Because but we'll see. Adrian, how are you, pal?
Good Mick, good Ben, good evening, Woodsman. Everyone's probably sick of hearing my fucking voice already tonight, but great to be here as always, Mick.
Yeah, no worries, pal. I've just had a siesta. So Matty do a stream just before me? Did he?
We did. We had a little emergency stream. He just had to rant and rave a bit about the selections, which I feel like will be a common theme throughout tonight, and warranted for that matter. But just reviewed a bit of Dermot from Into the Woods. He did a live directly after the selections tonight as well, and a similar sort
I
of
saw
sentiment.
that.
Similar sort of sentiment, just a bit of a rant and rave about the selections because, look, like it's good and bad. You know, it's one of those situations where happy to see a few of the guys in, but then structurally disappointed that other guys have been left out. And I think this is the first time for a long time. I think the whole Collingwood community's in agreement. Seems like it was a bit of a no-brainer. Last week, the Will Hayes dropping united us all, and I think this week Noah Howe's not getting a gig, and even TJ, who I think's useless, but even him not getting a gig. If you had to pick one of those two, even him not getting a gig in front of Will Parker for this week is it's a bit of a head scratcher.
Yeah. All right. Chrissy and Greatness are here as well. I'll get him on. Chris Talbot.
Mick, fucking lift.
Lift. Hey, I've lifted, man. Did you see my tip, man? Fucking hell, mate. No one's tipping us by 45, mate.
Oh, yeah, I wish I was that confident.
I was talking to a North supporter today, and he's convinced the Swans are gettable. There you go. But that was at fucking Marvel.
Yeah.
The Roos had him on toast. And look, I look at it this way. We have to respond. We have to respond in this game. I can't see us playing two demoralizing fucking crap games like that in a row. And we have to respond. And it's got to come. And wouldn't it be great with the inclusion of some of these young boys that we respond? There's a lot of, mate, Fly's got to be on his game, man. Fucking hell, mate. He's got to work some shit out here because, you know, what we saw against Geelong last week, and Geelong's belting fucking Brisbane at the moment. But what we saw last week, the way they moved the ball, and apparently Sydney are even better at that. We got to somehow clog this fucking corridor up, make it a fucking stoppage game, and it just creates all these different dynamics. Like, for example, Steen's biggest thing is jumping up over, the other ruckman and getting the tap out, but maybe we're going to tell him just to fucking tap it straight down to his own feet, man, and fucking clog it up with all the big boys, Long, Gus Anderson, fucking Ed Allen, keep it in there and just fucking work it forward like a fucking rugby. I can't. If we try and play open football, they're going to fucking destroy us, mate.
Most useful.
Well, that's why, in my opinion.
Go, Benny. What were you saying?
Oh, that was it. Yeah, I reckon first use will definitely help us this week because we don't have it in their hands. As long as we don't turn it over by bombing it, like the usual plan A. Sometimes, if we get first use from the centre, we don't have to be the best at the centre clearances, but we're 18th. So if we can beat that, and then around the ground, and we dictate the terms, that also takes their handball game out of it. But it's not as repeatable as that, being able to defend what they're going to do to us. So we got to attack it from multiple sort of facets. Like you said, Fly has to be on, man, or else we're screwed.
Yeah, you would say this is one of his most important home and away games since he's coached. Yeah, this is it, man. Yeah. He's got a relatively young team in against one of the big guns of the league. We'll see what he's made of, mate. If he can pull this one off, a lot of us will be, a lot of us will be saying, "Fuck, well done," but it's got to happen first, eh?
I'll happily wear a.
Well, that's what I was trying to get. That's what I was trying to say. This is why I think Noah Howe should have played tonight. You look at that Sydney forward line; it worries me. You don't have Noah House, we're screwed.
Yeah. Well,
that's what I was getting at.
So we'll get to. I'll put up Sydney's team a bit later on, but obviously, Frampton. If is Curnow named? I haven't even fucking seen their team.
I think he was.
Curnow,
I think I saw.
All right. Frampton's done a job on Curnow before. Howie's got to pick up a Marty. So Brozzy's got to play tall. Fuck, that's a risk from Fly. That is a risk, man. I can't. I just cannot see where his thinking is there, man. I can't. We need another tall back there. That's, and even if it is a first gamer, man, fucking hell. Oh well. Swan, Ultimate Greatness is in as well. There we go. How are you, sir?
Yeah, doing pretty good yourself.
Good, man. Good. Are you as ropeable as the rest of the Collingwood army is with the non-inclusion of Mr. Howes?
Oh, I just think it's sunshine and rainbows at the moment. Just think everything's perfect, and we couldn't be better. Just let's go and get this flag. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm just as baffled as everyone else. Yeah. I can't even understand. I've had about 3 hours to understand it, and I don't have any answers. Outside of we're trying to go small and slow, and we're just trying to bore. Yeah, I guess we're trying to go so slow that we just bore the shit out of them. And then we're so small that we'll just hide and just do a sneak. Every time we get the ball, we'll be so small they won't see us, and hopefully we can hide in the grass leaves on the oval. So that's probably about it.
Is there any optimism whatsoever going into this game for you?
I mean, at the end of the day, once the ball's bounced, you just attack the football, and and then at the end of the day, you're just watching a game of footy. At least for me, with the way my brain works, I can't help but set expectations. So I'm trying to set them as low as I can because I just really think that Sydney are going to tear us a new one. They're just too much of a professional side to do otherwise, and I did hear the comments about the North game. I'm a strong believer of clubs playing like a white flag game. And the fact that Sydney played North at Marvel, we all know Marvel is not really that great of a ground. And it would completely. I would completely believe that they played a white flag game. Because let's face it, Sydney are that good; they can probably do that and still get the win. So they probably may not have looked great, but I think the fact that they're probably just let's just go over there, get the 4 points, and get back home to Sydney and sort of go from there. I think that was probably their mentality. And if that's the case, normally what you do in a white flag game, especially if you win it, no harm was done. But in a white flag game, you don't normally put your best efforts in. So if you're not putting in your best efforts, that just means you're fresh for the week after. So I'm kind of, if they're coming off a North game where they're extra fresh than normal, then that has me really concerned.
All right. Fly in the Mellow in the chat. Watch Fly put Q on Curnow. Oh no.
No Parker.
Yeah.
Side bottom, maybe.
Yeah. Look.
Side bottom like a Marty.
I swear if Sidey plays fucking back pocket again, I'm gonna fucking
he's going
cry,
to because he can't play wing anymore.
Yeah.
I agree.
I already know I'm gonna have to chain smoke my way through this match. It's gonna kill me.
All right. All right. I'm gonna start it off. All right. Just give me 1 second, guys. All right. I'm going to... All right. Here we go. Hey, Fly. Listen to me, mate. All right. Fly. Craig McRae. Fuck me dead, man. If you fucking listen to me against fucking... when we played Freo, we would have won that game. So we'd be in a better position. All right. I told you, fucking Josh Dacos, put him on the wing or the midfield. I told you, fucking Steen, more CBAs than Cameron. But you didn't listen. You did what you wanted to do. And then last week, you made some of the most perplexing decisions that you could ever imagine. You put Sidey in the back pocket. You destabilised our back line. We lost Pezza. Pezza was the bloke that fucking used to mop up behind Dan Houston and Josh Dacos because they're too special to pick up anybody. So Pezza used to mop up all their fuck ups. And what do? You take Q out of there, who could do a job like Pezza. You put him on the wing to try and fucking play on Dempsey. And, Dempsey fucking towed him up. And you put Sidey back, and then you decided to play Long as a some kind of hybrid fucking forward defensive, whatever the fuck you were doing. Fly, listen to me, mate. All right, this is what you got to do. This is what you have to do tomorrow night, Fly. Okay, I'm just going to start off. All right, please, man. Just make a big instruction to the whole fucking midfield group. Do not fucking... If you've got the ball outside 50, please, no long bombs to Shooter. Please, mate. He's not Jared Blair. Just... We've got Westy in. You've included Westy. Thank you, Fly. That was a good thing. We've been calling out from the rooftops for that. He's finally in. And at least now when we long bomb, hopefully Westy's there. We know he can take a contested mark. He's going to be up against a very good defence, but please, not the Shooter. And I've been on, before the Freo game, I was looking at Freo forums, and they were mocking us, saying, why are they playing Shooter so far up the ground? He's a fucking forward pocket that should be 20, 30 metres out from goal at all times, because that's where he does his damage. But these guys have got him fucking running up to the wing and, chopping out of the midfield. It's just not him. That's Freo supporters that they watch this bloke for fucking, for years. And he had a great year before he came to us over there. He was excellent last season, but come on, man. He's not a tall forward, mate. So please instruct the midfielders not to fucking long bomb it to him. Now, I've put the team up there. As you can see, I've got Crisp. You can see Crisp. I've got him in the midfield there. Put Crisp on Heaney. And Crisp should have played on fucking Dempsey last week. Put him on Heaney. I can't see anyone else that can play on Heaney. It's got to be Crisp. The other one is Bo. Bo had probably his worst game for the club last week. Bo has to fucking be the man that stops the lizard, yeah? Just fucking stay on him. You got the pace. You got the tackling ability. You can stop him. So they're the two things. Crisp on Heaney, Bo on the lizard, okay? And please, Fly, as I said, no more fucking outside the box fucking positional changes. Keep Q at the back. Sidey, who was it that said it before? Shawnee, I think he can't play he doesn't think he can play anywhere else. I don't know, forward pocket somewhere else, man. Nowhere near the back line, please. Josh Dacos, All-Australian wingman, doesn't play him there. Just put him there, man. His poor brother's fucking battered, mate. He needs help. So Josh, either in the midfield or on the wing. I'd prefer him on the wing. And now the other one is Ed Allen. Ed Allen, come on, man. What are we all going to collectively, if we see Allen lighting up on the wing, are we all going to just collectively fucking turn our tallies off, man? Because,
sure.
yeah, that's,
I'm going to lose it.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. We know what he can do. You know, all right, we're up against a top-class midfield, but we're undermanned. Allen's in. He plays inside mid. That's his position. At worst, he'll have a half-decent game. We'll fatten up the cow, get some fucking value out of him. Someone, West Coast will say, oh, he can play, and maybe we can get something for him if you want to get rid of him, but play him inside mid, man. This fucking forward fucking handball game plan that everyone's fucking talking about, Sydney are the biggest exponents of it. I said it earlier, we got to clog it up. We got to clog it up and own that corridor and make it a fucking stoppage game. And we have to be very selective when we want to run off, because if we turn it over, they're just going to fucking slingshot it back and fucking destroy us. That's how we're going to beat Sydney tomorrow, Fly. Come on, Fly. I've fucking tipped us to win by 45, so it's up to you now. And last of all, if Nick is getting tagged, put him up forward. He changed the game against Carlton. Lucas, the Geelong guy, he said it before the Geelong game. If Mullen's fucking doing a job on him, if you put Dacos forward, it would work. Do it, man. I know our midfield's fucking bare, but if he's getting tailed up, and look, and it could be a possibility because we know he's not 100%. So if they put that Johnson, whatever his fucking name is, on him, and he does a job, then we're going to be struggling, and he's going to have to go forward. One more thing, please, Fly, man. I don't know what the instructions are to some of the players, but I said it earlier in regards to shooter, but it's a theme that's been happening, and I don't like it. One of our players has got the ball inside 50, within kicking distance. Buller, the youngster Buller, I don't know what. The more experienced players, are they telling him to fucking pass it off? Let the kid fucking have a shot. And if I see it happening with West, I'll fucking go crazy, man, because West can kick goals from 55, mate. So any player that's got a fucking set shot inside the 50, no trying to pass it off to some cunt that's in a fucking shit position in a pocket. Just fucking have the shot, man, and back yourself. And that's it. That's what I reckon, Fly. You listen to me, mate. Listen to me, Fly, and we'll win by 45 points, mate.
Bravo, Mick.
All right. Thanks, man. All right. With that, I'm going to ask for predictions around the board and in the chat as well. Get them in. Put it in the vault. Fucking the vault's, when the vault gets opened, then I put these predictions in there. Usually when you open up a vault, there's a fucking shining light in there, but this vault is just got darkness in there, mate, because all your fucking predictions are starving, guys. Come on, dude. Give us some good ones, mate.
Yeah. Also as well, just real quick to touch on Ben's comment as well too. If West is passing it in the forward line and he's like 30 plus meters out, it's a directive from the coach, because he does not look at anyone in the VFL when he takes a mark inside 40-50.
Yeah.
So if he does it at AFL level, if he does it at AFL level, then Fly's saying something.
Okay. All right. Matt's father, John, there he is. He's tipping the Swans. All right. By 30. All right. We'll probably have a lot of Swans tips, but I tip with my heart. I've got us by 45. Manny, come on, Manny, man, lift, mate. Sydney by 40. All right. All right. Okay, I'll go around the board. Age. What's going to happen
All
tomorrow,
right.
mate?
All right, Mick.
What's going in the vault, mate?
Look, I'm hoping we pull out a performance, but look, I'm like you. I love tipping with the heart. I can't this week. You know what? If the selections were right, even though it probably still would have been wrong, I probably would have just tipped us. But the selections are wrong. I'm concerned about the back line. I'm concerned about the midfield. I'm concerned about what he's going to do without Allen. I'm concerned about what he's going to do with Josh Dacos. I'm concerned about what he's going to do with Still Sidebottom. There's just too many questions, not enough answers. I'll give credit to Sean before. Sean mentioned that, in the end, the 4 changes that were made were all forced changes.
Yeah, no droppings,
Yeah. I know that with 4 forced changes, you probably don't want to make any more, but there's a lot of guys in there that are out of form horrendously. And if we had no forced changes, would he have made changes? I don't know. But look, I'm going to tip Sydney by 30 points. And my big prediction is by halfway through the second quarter, Craig McRae is going to be demoted to the cuck chair because he's going to be he's going to be watching us get fucked in the midfield, fucked in the back line, fucked everywhere. So he's going to be in his cuck chair watching on with no answers.
Yeah. Is he going to? Can you see him taking a throw at the stumps with something out of the ordinary?
Yeah, when the game's lost, we might see some changes.
I know.
Look, I mentioned it on Matt's stream before. Matt had a little stream, and I said, you know what, my biggest issue with Fly is he seems to be very reactive and not proactive, and that ties back into the selections and stuff like that. It'll just feel like if it's going against us on the night, he'll make a few changes in game, but it'll be the same story. It'll be too little, too late, or he does it, and then we get a bit of a positive response, and then you think, where was this at the start of the game? All those sort of things, the usual things we see. Look, I can just see this going to plan where Sydney will just be in complete control. They won't really overexert themselves. And we're going to need something special to keep it tight all night. Like you said, I think we're going to turn it into a bit of a slog. I reckon that sort of makes
sense. The only way.
Maybe I think, look, that's the only argument to going in a bit smaller too, that you want to try and keep it on the deck a bit more and stuff like that. But look, it's one of those things, when you look at the paths to victory, that's the only thing I can see, turning it into a bit of a slog. And if it pisses down rain or something, if someone knows the forecast in Sydney, can they please post that?
I've already checked. It's going to be a nice rainless day. Yep.
Beautiful, mate. So
we're fucked.
Nothing really more to add.
No worries, man. All right. Benny Zero, I love the Godfather reference there. In the chat. What are you envisaging tomorrow?
Yeah, so I'll tip with my heart and the hopeful part of my brain. So if that makes sense, and because I'm a complete sucker for punishment, I'll go us by 10 points.
Well, all right.
Yeah, I can't get quite to 45, but I love it regardless. Big call. I'll get back to you. I have to think about it. I've got to manufacture something.
No worries. At least, mate, Benny's tipped us, I've tipped us, Void has, and Stephanos has as well, mate. So there's a bit of optimism going around there.
But I've got one foot in the lunatic asylum, so it doesn't count.
Yeah. I think that all of us are in the lunatic asylum, mate. We're all in the psych ward, mate, for this one. I think we're kind of just trying to will it to happen. All right. So what's he got? What's Stephanos got here? Parker, 22 and 5 intercepts, mate. If he does that, mate, everyone's going to be saying Noah Howe's who's this Noah Howe's? But yeah. All right. Okay, I'll go with Chris Talbot. Tips and predictions.
I'm sorry, Mick. I have to go for Sydney. I have to go with Sydney. I'm going Sydney by 50.
Fucking hell.
I don't see it. Well, I'm only going by last week. What I saw in the second half did not give me any confidence.
Yep. All right. Any predictions, mate?
Predictions, yes. I'm going to be losing out of fly all night long. I'm going to be blaming him. I'm going to be wanting to kill him. Manny's going to want to be killing him. You want to kill him? Mal would want to kill him. Yeah, we're all going to want to kill Fly after this game.
All right, mate. Sean, is Sean gonna be in the lunatic asylum, or is he going to be one of the sane ones?
Nah, you got to put me in there with the rest of them. I'm one of the worst fucking ones. 8 points. I'll go with.
We're winning by 8 points. Yeah,
8 points. Yeah. And a prediction would be, I've just got a feeling if we are going to win it, we just have to go all guns blazing. We have to go back to 2023, play that Fast and Furious game style. And the other thing as well too, which again we keep mentioning, and I think that this needs to be brought up. When West played, like he played with 3 other key forwards. He's only really got Buller to play with, and McStay. And then if Buller goes into the ruck as well, he's going to have time on the forward line when he's only going to have another forward alongside him. So there's only going to be 2 forwards at certain times in the game. So that to me screams, okay, he's going to have his space. He's going to be able to have some good running patterns in the forward line to do his thing. I'm ironically very bullish on Buller and West. So if we can get the midfielders, the wingers, the halfbackers to play this attacking and aggressive game style, and we give West and Buller every chance to kick goals, I reckon that's our best chance of winning the game. So I'm going to say, and I didn't do this last week, but I'll add Steen in there as well. But I'll say for all the tools, how many? God. So what? So Steen, McStay, Buller, and West, they'll kick 8 goals. No, 7 goals.
7 goals. All right, 7 goals between all the tools. Steen, McStay, West, and Buller. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So that's the only way it'll get done.
Yeah. All right. People in the chat, get your tips and predictions in. I've got most of them, but if I've got Voidoid, I've got Steph, I've got Josh, I've got Milkshakes, I've got and all the guys on the panel, of course, I've got all them. Manny's tipping Sydney by 40. Tips, chuck them in. Predictions, whatever you want to, whatever you think's going to happen during the game, and it will go into the vault for prosperity or posterity, whatever the word is. So has Geelong sealed this game now? Wow. Hell.
Yeah. Look, like I was saying, I'll just quickly say,
that's right. Yep.
I'm just really impressed with Chris Scott. Like, I just, you know what I love? I love a coach that he's a no bullshit sort of guy. He's been there a long time, but my God, you got to respect that guy. Like, he just, they find players out of the GFL and they find guys that are sort of off Broadway and they draft the right. Like, it's just such a well-run organisation. I know we poke fun at them and the farms and all that stuff, but gee whiz, you just got to tip your lid to that club. This is what I aspire Collingwood to be like. And I hope that that's what we're building towards, because what a professional organisation and what a result.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you're right. Like, I've always hated him, but sometimes you just got to fucking say, mate, well done, man. The Warble has gone. Swans by 36. All right. All right. 1 second. All right. Now, I had some talking points here. Now, this Swans team, man, that's the only way, man. The only way to beat these bastards is fucking clogging it up. Like, I know Greatness just said before we got to take it on. I don't think we can attempt that. The North Melbourne supporter I was talking to today at work said to me that the Swans, once you open up the game, they're electric. And I haven't seen enough Swans games myself, but this is where my optimism comes from. Okay, well, I'll take it or leave it. All right, I know it's coming from the psych ward, but Melbourne almost had him. Yeah, North almost had him. So we can't be that far off Melbourne and North. And look, I know it's at Sydney's home ground. They're due for a loss, and we have to respond. All those variables there. I know I'm hoping here, but yeah, that's just me, man. We have to respond, and it's just good to see, Westy and Hayes in, man. A lot of us were shitting ourselves before selection, huh? There was that TJ rumor going around. That would have. Oh man, he's an emergency, and that's another factor to this game. Yeah, you got to remember, mate. Jeremy Howe and Sidey and Jamie, yeah, all the oldies. Who knows, mate? The 6-day break. Who knows if one of them doesn't come up, mate? Then all of a sudden we are seeing TJ, or hopefully we're seeing Ryan instead of TJ, and Harvey Harrison. Look, a lot of people said Harvey Harrison, but we've been watching the VFL, mate. He's hot and cold, mate. He probably needs another 2 or 3 hit outs before he gets his touch back. Yeah, and,
I would say. Personally, I would say with Harrison, if he didn't miss that Hawthorn game, I reckon he'd be in the squad by now. Because the 2 games he had prior to that, I'm pretty sure, was it the Carlton game he was best on, and then whoever we played the week after that, if he wasn't best on, he wasn't far away. Yeah. And then we played Hawthorn the week after, which he missed because I think someone said he had a corky, so I'll take that off face value as being true. And then obviously he played last week and he only had 10 to 12 touches. So that to me, because he missed the week, that just means the match conditioning wasn't right, where he had the match conditioning prior to the Hawthorn game. So, that just means he's about a week or 2 away. So if he plays this week in the VFL and he's basically best on ground, then he'd probably need to play maybe not the Pendlebury game, because it just seems like Flyers playing a lot of the guys that are Pendlebury's friends, I guess. So once the Pendlebury game is done, then that's when you go, okay, let's bring in Harrison, let's bring in a Noah Howes, let's bring in. I'm just spitballing ideas of players and stuff, but that's when we go a bit loose with the selection, because I think that's what we're trying to do. Is, as much as I don't like it, I'll just make that very clear. But it just seems like we're more focused on the Pendlebury game next week than we are probably for a game this week. But once that game is finished, then we can hopefully have a bit more freedom when it comes to selection and who plays where, and maybe you see a side bottom in the VFL in a few weeks' time. So, I just think that just out of respect for Pendles and the fact that Pendles will probably want to be playing with guys like Sidebottom. It's one of, again, I don't like it because it's at the end of the day,
I don't like it.
You do have to perform, but but these guys, especially someone like Sidebottom, as much as he's been playing poorly, he does deserve a little bit of not freedom, but like, you know, he does deserve this game with Pendles to play alongside Pendles as well. So
I disagree, Sean. I got to disagree with that, man. The only selection that is a definite for the Pendles game is Pendles for mine. Yeah. Let's say Ryan or even let's say Ryan has an absolute blinder in the VFL, or Parker in the ones tomorrow night, fucking, you know, blows it out the water and that does a great job. You know, I can't see it happening, but if he does, and so, at the same time, Sidey has a stinker, mate. We should be. We're gonna look West Coast. All right, they're you know. Anthony from Pies Footy called them a VFL team, but we have to respect them as well, man. They're another football team, mate. You know?
Yeah.
If we start, you know, doing shit like this, but so I know Sidey's played with Pendles for fucking years and years, but
yeah, but that's the thing though, Mick, because they've committed so far to this, you might as well go all the way. So you might as well just go because you know, if you, I mean, hey, like they could have just given him a week off this week, and we could have played you know, that's where you could have played a Harrison in his position, and you know, we could have had someone on the wing, or you could have, if Sidey does play defense, he could have played a Ryan and stuff. Yeah, absolutely right. That we could have done that. I mean, I've been advocating a game for Ryan nearly all season, so but I'm just but in terms of, this is something I'm not sitting here and like clapping and cheering, oh my God, yes, we're doing this. But I mean, if you've committed this far, like, you know, it would, you know, I'm trying to think of a saying for it, but it's like, if you're going to commit through rather than like doing that half-heartedly, because I'll still be offended either way, but I'd be more offended if you were to go through this process, but then do it half-heartedly and then to like sort of, you know, play your side bottoms like here and there, where like if that's the decision to get side bottom to the Pendles game, because then after that you can just drop him or he can have his rest or whatever. Because at this at the end of the day, like the knife's already, you know, in the stomach as it is. So you know, at the end of the day, I'd rather just the person show conviction than you know, apologize or whatever, because it's like you don't get to that point without like having the intent, right? So I know it's probably a pretty weird saying and all that, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's just one more game. Obviously there's this week and then another game, but then after that, like I mean there was always no excuses, but like once but I don't know, because like this whole Pendlebury game, as much as it's exciting and it's great for Pendles, it's really become like so overblown, and it's become far more than what it should have been in the first place. Because at the end of the day, we're here to win games of football, and not only is Pendlebury playing, but his like mates are playing as well, and like it's just I just, as I said, I just want this milestone game over so that we can then go, okay, let's go play your Jacob Bryans and Noah Howes, and let's actually be a football club now rather than a club of Pendlebury.
All right. In the chat, just some of the regular fellas, Rick and Mello. I haven't got your tips and predictions yet. If you've done them earlier, can you just put them up again? Sorry, man. I've been trying to get them all down. But we've got a bloke waiting backstage. I'm going to get him on. He's an absolute legend. His name is Kevin. Kev, how are you, pal?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. How are you guys?
Good, man. Good. You're going to do a watch along, are you, for the game?
I will be. Yes. Can't wait.
Did you do a watch along of Sydney, North Melbourne? Because I know you do a lot of watch alongs.
I didn't do that one, but I did do the watch along for the VFL. But I did watch the game afterwards. But I did like what I saw from North. Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting though, because tonight Brisbane got done by Geelong. Actually got smacked. Brisbane made a lot of mistakes tonight, and even when they were lining up for goal, two Brisbane players just dropped the ball.
Yep.
And they put themselves under a lot of pressure. So hopefully it's not raining down at the SCG, but I think it's because it's a smaller ground that may suit us, but I did pick Sydney to beat us, but I'm hoping to be proven wrong.
Come on, man. All right. No worries. How much are you tipping Sydney to win by?
7 points. I think it will be a close game, but I do hope that I get proven wrong. I seriously do. I want to see how we go. If I tip against us, maybe we might start winning, and that way, it's reverse psychology.
Yeah. All right. All right. No worries, man. Who do you want to see, like from our team? I've got it up on the screen there. Do you want to? You got any predictions? What do you reckon is going to happen?
I reckon Jamie Elliott will kick 3.
Yep.
Because he always tends. Because he's been kicking 3 goals the last few weeks as well, so that's always tends to be a really good sign. James Jordan hasn't been named in the midfield, which is interesting, but I think that could be mind games a little bit.
No. What you got on the screen there? That's my team. That's where I'm putting the players. That's not how they're named. If you're looking at my one, that's what I want to see. Yeah, I want to see Crisp in the middle. I want him to take on Heaney. Yeah, and I want to see Josh on the wing and stuff like that. But the way Fly's going, mate, that's going to be like totally, all reversed, mate. You probably,
I like to see Nick get 30.
Yep.
That will be another one. I like to see Geordie kick a couple as well, because he's been really good at kicking a few goals. So if he can kick 2 and have his about 20, I think that would be really great. But he can go in between like forward and mid as well and spend bits of time. But I want to see Bowl tag Nick Blakey. I think he's got the ability to tag Blakey and try and stop him from running and carrying off halfback. Because he's been a danger man for opposition. And as you saw tonight, I don't know if anyone was watching Brisbane Geelong, but Tom Shield took a lot of intercept marks out of defence. So if you don't stop Tom Stewart, then you're pretty much fucked in a way.
Yeah.
So you what? I'll absolutely have a conniption if I see Blakey running off halfback, streaming through the middle of the ground. I don't think I'll be able to take it. If I see him ball in hand running straight up the middle with no one within QE of him, mate, I'm going to vomit all over myself. It's just
Dan Houston plodding along behind him.
Yeah.
No one.
Yeah, I know.
No one within 20 minutes.
Ned Long playing on Blakey. I'll make that prediction.
Ned Long will be running on the spot, mate. Ned Long will look like a statue next to that bloke.
Yeah.
Go
Kev. Go.
That's why I don't mind when we tag Stewart and Sicily the last few weeks, because at least that way we can try and stop their influence on the game as much as we could. So I don't mind if we do that, and I think it's great that we can try a few players who can tag. So whether or not like Bo can be like a defensive forward who can certainly tag Blakey, but also get his ball and just make him accountable.
Yeah. Is it just me? Has Bo played on Lizard one of the last couple of times we played him? I don't know. I seem to have some vague memory of that. I could be wrong. But he's going to have to. He needs a redemption game too, mate. Because last week he was absolute fucking dog shit.
Oh
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So I'll tell you who's going to have the game of his short career, man. Shawnee's boy, man. Oscar Steen. Hasn't he got his work cut out, man?
Mm-hmm.
Grundy, I'm hearing, is in career best form. I haven't been watching enough of their games, but that's what I'm hearing, that he's in career best form. Now, Steen, he's going to have to play 80% ruck time. I've heard murmurings that he's struggling to keep up in games. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. That's what I'm just hearing. And yeah, he's going to be the main man with Buller taking on Grundy. Well, that's just going to be intriguing, man. You reckon he can do it, Shawnee?
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah,
it's obviously a big task, but I mean, hey, if you want to play AFL, these are the jobs you'll have to do. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, even Mello's tipping Sydney, mate. Fuck, mate. As the season progresses, more and more people are tipping the opposition, man.
It's not a good sign.
Collingwood don't give you confidence.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to throw this at you guys. All right. I said it kind of like as a kind of like trying to, get some optimism going up. This is the reason I bring this stat up. You've heard it before. 2022, we were 4-5 after 9 games, and we found a way. I know it's a totally different age makeup of our team and stuff. Are we being too pessimistic? Are we taking too much out of that Geelong loss? Because that Geelong loss, man, all right, we lost by 54. They looked good tonight against Brisbane, but I don't think we were that far off that Geelong team last week. We kicked shit, man, and it was uncharacteristic, like really bad, like missing targets by miles. Chris had 2 set shots from fucking 45, fucking missed them both. When the game was on, we snag a couple of those. Suddenly we're in front. It adds a new dynamic to the game. The momentum is changed in our favour. Shit happens, mate. You can win those games. Are we making too much? Are we being too pessimistic here? I'm trying.
Saddest part is I don't think we are, though, because it's not necessarily just are we being too pessimistic, but it's like you just look at the choices. I'll stand on business and say that we are a team where we are good enough to be a top 4 side. But as a football club, we're just not making choices that a top 4 club makes. Selection integrity is genuinely horrible. It's the worst it's ever been this week, especially. If that's the standard going forward, then we're just. I mean, at the end of the day, I think we're talented enough to where no matter selection integrity, I think we can beat anyone outside the top 10. So that probably means we finish around 9th or 10th. So, and to be honest, with the way the season is going, it just feels like so much of so close yet so far, and a type of season where we're going to make a ton of effort to where, we'll probably make a wild card round, but then when the season finishes, we're just going to be, it's sort of like how do I explain it? It's like we're going to be there, but then we'll be not there, if that makes any sense. We'll be the first ones out. So it's kind of we got there. We went out of our way to go out like to get to the wildcard round, even if we get to, even like a semi-final. But yeah, if we don't make a prelim or even like a semi-final, it's just like, well, why? Like, what are we actually doing here? Why are we playing Pendlebury? Why are we playing Cyborg? Why are we playing all these older guys? Because if we're not at the very least making a semi-final, then all the older guys need to go. Obviously, Pendlebury the exception, like he can say, because he's actually been like performing. But it's like, why are we keeping all these older guys? Because if we're doing that, that means we need to be contending for finals, and we're just not doing that. We might as well go to the draft, go to the trade period, go to the free agency, and top up. But yeah, if we're just going to have, the list that we have, and we're only going to finish 9th or 10th, you'd rather play a Jacob Ryan, you'd rather play a Charlie West, you'd rather play all these guys that are hungry for opportunities and stuff. Like I just don't see the point of having these older guys if we're not going to be contending for finals. You might as well develop for the future at that point.
Yeah.
I can, I'll jump on the back of Sean there. I disagree with you, Sean, that I think we're, we can potentially be a top 4 team. I think that's, I can't see it. I sort of said we'd be around the 6th spot at the start of the year. I thought that was fair. But my prediction at the start of the year, well, my thought process was that by now they were going to phase in more of the younger guys and phase out a few more of the older guys. That was more. It was on the back of that. I remember having the exact conversation that if we continue to go with the same sort of team structure as we did last year, I thought we would fall off a cliff. And it looks like that. I'm hoping it's not right, and I want to be glass half full rather than glass half empty. But if from round 1 they were making the smart decisions to start playing a few of these younger guys, and we're in this position we're in now, I'd be glass half full because say, you beauty, you're giving these guys opportunity, and we're sort of on an even keel to this point of the year. The issue now is we've started the year with the same team as we pretty much did last year, and there's a considerable drop-off. There's a noticeable drop-off between last year and how we've started this year. So that's the thing. I would love to be glass half full on this, but I'm not going to be glass half full until we start seeing more of these kids introduced. And again, you got Will Hayes being dropped last week, massive red flag on selection. And now this week, where I think if anyone else was coach, they would have played Noah Howes. And again, I've been saying this the last few times I've spoken about it. If he got 10 kicked on him, I wouldn't give a shit. Because at least your intention was the right intention. Your intention was the guy's played good in the VFL, there's a need in the seniors for his position, and you've played him. And if he gets 10 kicked on him, so be it. What we've seen so far from Fly is a reliance still on the same old reliable players that didn't get it done at the end of last year, which is fine. A lot of people argue that we could have won that prelim. I tend to think that, we may have if things went our way. But at the end of the day, it was the right time to pull the Band-Aid off at the end of last year. But they've decided to go again to start the year. And look, we're in the position we're in because we've been playing the older guys, not because we've introduced the youth. I'm not going to blame any of the youth on where we are now. I blame the senior footballers.
Yeah. All right. Well,
can I go next, Mick, if that's cool?
Go, Chrissy.
What I was going to say, the reason why it's not pessimistic is because we've seen it twice now against Brisbane and Geelong. And the thing about Fly, he doesn't do, like I said to you on match stream, he's not like a Malthouse. He will not play the kids. He's too stubborn. He's got his favourites. Like how many times we keep saying, Lipinski, you got to be dropped. How many times we keep saying Long's got to go, Moore's got to go. He won't drop anyone because he doesn't have the guts. He wants to be their friends. So, you know, like he's not like a Malthouse. Malthouse was the coach. He would drop nearly every player. Think about this week. No players would have been dropped this week. He would have kept the same side. That's who he is. He doesn't want to drop anyone. He loves all the players.
Yeah.
That's why we all hate him.
Good on you, mate. All right. I've got the Warble backstage. I'll get him on. 1 second, guys. There he is. Matty. How are you, pal? Matty. You're on mute. I'll take you off. Sorry. Can't unmute guests because they chose to mute themselves. Okay. Get yourself off mute, Matt. You're on stage, so you join us whenever you're ready, bro.
Are you there, Robbo?
Come on, Rocco.
Look,
Rocco on the jumper punch last night took exception to some of my trolling, and he said he might come on and get his revenge tonight. So we'll see how that goes.
Get him on.
How you going, guys?
There he is. How are you, man?
Get him on.
Good, mate. Just yeah, I was here. I was just seeing how you'd handle the live TV and doing a cross, and it didn't quite work out. And now you handled it well. Now I was getting a beer.
No worries, mate. What kind of beer are you drinking?
Leo.
Okay, is that a Leo? Is that a
Thai beer? In Thai, it's the Thai word for Leo is Leo.
Okay, man. I used a similar accent at work the other day, and I nearly got fucking pulled up into HR, man.
Oh,
yeah, man. I was my wife's Filipino, and she's got a slight accent, and there was a Filipino guy at work, and I just started talking like my wife talks.
Yeah.
he took exception to it, and like,
oh god,
yeah, I know, and I thought to myself, here we go, but no, it's all good. Back to Collingwood.
Yeah.
So, Matt, you've tipped the Swans by 36.
Yep.
You're ropeable about Howes, just like all of us, not playing.
Yeah.
Do you? Is there? I asked Greatness the same thing. Do you see? Can you see any optimism in this game, like the inclusion of West, for example?
Yeah, it's good that West and Hayes are in.
Yep.
And I think hopefully the forward line will be relatively open.
Yeah.
And galoots like Ned Long and Angry Anderson don't run down there and get in the way.
Yeah.
How often do you see forwards just streaming back into the forward line? Like, get the fuck out of there. Let the guys lead into that space.
I know, man. I know.
The amount of times Long, like I know he's a permanent forward last week, but the amount of time he floats down there and I found some space in the forward line. Yeah, that was for McStay or for Jamie Elliott.
Yeah.
You klutz.
And that's why last week I seen him take a mark, and with my terrible eyesight, I'm squinting. I'm thinking, oh, that's Buller. Then on a closer look, it was Long, and I'm like, oh, and he's going to take a shot too.
There was three shots on goal. Two are from Crisp, and one was from Long, and all three of us were going, I'm not watching. He's going to miss.
We'll go anywhere. Yeah, especially the Long one.
Those two goals that Crisp dropped, I'm almost like Crisp, retire.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about your how many games in a row. Fuck off. You need to kick those goals.
Fucking oath,
we
man.
kicked 2 out of 3 of those. We kicked 2 out of 3 of those goals, and there's a whole different vibe in that game.
Yeah, man.
Totally agreed. Totally agree.
Did we also
agree
have 3 points as well? Was Houston had 3 points? Was that the Geelong game? Was that the week?
No, that was Hawthorn. Against Hawthorn,
okay.
mate. Fucking Icy ran past for the handball and shanked them both, mate.
No,
and one of them was fucking. Was it 3 times?
I think it was 3 times. Yeah.
And I reckon a couple of times the kicker was fucking kicking from inside 50 too, and Buller was one of them. It's like, fuck, man, Buller, he's a fucking a kid that kicks goals from 45 seamlessly in the resis.
Yeah.
You know, why is someone running past for, mate? Let the kid back himself, mate. You know.
I was listening earlier, and Sean was talking about how it might be a policy of Flyers that you do try and kick it to people close to the goal. And I'd never thought of that. I'm like, that could be true. Oh, yeah, if there's a guy in the forward pocket and you're within kicking distance, I know Lee Matthews said never do that, but we've got to share, guys. We've got to be inclusive. And don't exclude anybody, okay? So
they've all got to be
friends. If you see Shooter with fucking 2 taller cunts on him in a forward pocket, so even if he did get the mark, he's kicking from a fucking angle. And it's Shooter we're talking about. Go for Shooter. That's the obvious.
Kick it to him because we're inclusive. And we're putting our arms around everyone.
I've been copying fucking heat for the Darcy Moore hate, man. And I'm fucking sick of it, man. From not from anyone here, like just like mates and that kind of.
I think he's good.
They don't think he's good, but they reckon he's good for our structure. And don't you remember when he played all those games in a row? And I'm like, when? Fucking 4 years ago.
Yeah, looking to the past again. That's what we're good at Collingwood. Looking to the past. Yeah.
And I made this point to my mate. All right. If you're listening, Phil. I said to him, so this is our captain, and our captain can only play one position, which is a loose man in defence. A kick behind play. That's his only position he can really play. You can't trust him on a man. You
mean in the defence, in the back half? In the back half.
Yeah. You can't trust him. You can't trust him to pick up one of the big fucking monsters, even though he'll gets knocked out of the way and they fucking kick 6 on him. You can't. Look, everyone says, try him as a forward, mate. That kicking action, he will fucking give us we'll go absolutely fucking stir crazy, man. If he's with that kicking action, if he's taking a shot, oh mate, I can just see him shanking him. So that's our captain. Our captain can only play one position, and it can't be on a player.
And he can't do that. And he doesn't do that.
And when he does that, he interrupts other players, opportunities to mark and stuff like that. So they need to take. These people need to take that into account, man. I know he's got a lot of defenders out there, but this is our really when Pendles is playing, he's our captain out there, man.
Oh yeah,
he was in the grand final. Darcy Moore held up the cup, but Pendles captained that side that day, man.
Yeah, we didn't win it if it's not for Pendles.
Yeah. So if that's the case,
hey, Meg, could you play him in the ruck? Could you play Darcy Moore in the ruck?
I can't. I don't know, man. I've never seen it before. So the guy's 30 now. I don't even think he could try.
It'd be better than. You can't say he wouldn't be better than Cameron in the centre bounce, the centre ruck.
Yeah, but if he goes in the ruck,
I agree.
He's going to play in the ruck. He's going to go into twos and play in the ruck a couple of games. Yeah. Not fucking.
I reckon if he was fit and you threw him in there tomorrow in the centre square, he'd be better than Darcy Cameron from the first tap. Just go because in the back line, he's very good at just tapping it into space.
Yeah,
but it's for the opposition. Now in the ruck, if you just like poke it 2 meters forward into the corridor going your way, that's brilliant. But not when you're in the last line of defence.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
My cousin Theo in the chat has just indicated there Nathan Murphy's defending mate Darcy Moore. So my mate at work, the other Collingwood supporter was saying, "Oh, what about when he put all those long series of games together where he was kicking ass? That's who was next to him, Nathan Murphy. Yeah, Nathan Murphy used to tell fucking Darcy Moore where to be, and he was younger than him.
So true.
And, you know, and
it was also kind of funny as well because like even in like videos where they did like media content and stuff, anytime Murphy would like start to talk him up, Darcy would be the one to sort of shoot him down as well, as if like he'd be like telling him, "Hey mate, can you like my bags are over there? Can you just go carry them real quick?" It was. It's if you actually go back and like look at some of the footage, because I'm sure it'd probably still be up there. It's like obviously they like say there's like jokes and stuff, but like it's so weird how you look at something and you're laughing at the time, but then you look on it like 3-4 years later, and then you have more context in terms of what happens. You sort of go, "Hang on, was that a joke?" Like, because I'm pretty sure there was a joke where there was like, because like Murphy was like, I think he hosts like a black and white show or something. Yeah, and he was talking to Moore, and he was like Murphy was pumping himself up there. "Oh, if I don't play in the back line, you don't have a career," or something to that effect. Yeah, and like you could just see Moore sort of like just being, "Oh, okay, champ, all right," but it's like really at the end of the day, he was actually right. Like if we're really going to be like real with ourselves, and it was just. I need to maybe find the clip of it, but like...
Oh, look, Darcy Moore's just a fuckwit, and he can't play football anymore. So.
Straight out, Adriano. Straight.
I agree.
We were just tapping at the surface. We were just tapping at the surface, and Age just comes up with that, mate.
Do you know what? I want to take credit for it. I feel like I'm empowering Collingwood supporters to just throw the chains off and just give it that honesty out there, and just go, yeah, he's just not a good footballer. That's it, mate. But the qualifying final against Adelaide.
Look, I'll just touch on what I said before. We're very rapidly, and this I was speaking to my brother about this a few years ago, and I said whenever Collingwood win a premiership. So I didn't see 1990, but I saw the early 90s. Whenever we win a premiership, we implode for the couple of years afterwards.
Fucking oath, it's history, mate.
It's history, okay?
Yeah.
Now, and it's the same thing repeating again, where we think we're better than what we actually are after a premiership. We never look to like really improve or anything like that. We sort of just we're happy with ourselves and we go on with it. And I reckon the supporters, by and large, are a little bit the same. And when you hear commentary like Darcy Moore was good, like for this stretch of games, you're looking into the past. You got to stop. When we're building to a premiership, we're only looking forward. But then after we win a premiership, we always look to the past and things that worked in the past and things like that. You just got to take the names out of it. You just got to look at what Darcy Moore's doing right now. Now, Mick spoke about it before, and his workmate or his cousin or whoever said it about the structure with Moore. That's fine. That's probably true. But the honest answer is, even when he's been in there, he's been deplorable, and he's made a paper now. So this is the reality. You should already be looking forward, not backwards. You should be looking forward. And a big issue is the fact that he was captain this year, because it would be a lot easier to move on from him if he wasn't captain, or at least make him actually have to earn his position back again, because I'll tell you now, he's on his last legs. Make no bones about it. This guy's been injured all through his early 20s. He had a good run, and now he's getting injured again and concussed, and everything's happening all at once. The end could come very quickly for this guy, and we just got to stop fucking looking to this guy as the future problem solver, because he's just not. It's done. It's done.
And Voidoid is saying, like, I'm hearing a lot of this, a lot of people say put him on the wing. He's fucking 200 centimeters, man. He'll get outrun. Don't you think? I know he's fast and he's relatively fast for his height.
I don't think he is fast
another winger.
anymore.
Another winger would fucking just tear him a new one, man. I'm struggling to see. Yeah,
I think
the thing is, here's the thing, Nick. The philosophy behind it is the how woke they are, and he is their key public relations and marketing manager at the club. Part of his contract, I'm sure, in his contract, it's that he has to play when he is available. So, okay, this is what we're dealing with. We are dealing with a non-meritocracy situation. So, wing, ruck, forward pocket, I don't care where it is. As long as he's not in the back line. So try him in different positions. So if it's in his contract that he has to play for whatever woke reasons, and then that's fine. But just somewhere out of the back line, because it's a lot harder to lose the game for us if he's centre half forward or in the ruck.
Yeah,
that's so what we're trying to say to the club is, okay, you will keep playing him for maybe the next 3 years. Can you just hide him in the forward line so he doesn't lose us games? Can you keep your wokeness and let us win games as well? Because he's only gonna get worse. He's gonna get more fumbly and more fuck ups. And if he's not injured, he's gonna just keep getting played in the back line. And it just sends jitters through the whole side, not just the back line. Everyone's like, oh, fuck, Darcy. You were saying that Pendles was telling him off the other night.
Yeah, it wasn't telling him off. What happened was, I noticed it. It was after we copped the goal, and Pendles kind of run up to him and kind of told him, like instructing him, like he was, I wouldn't say remonstrating, but trying to tell him, position yourself there, you fucking cocksucker, kind of thing. That's what I would have said, but his arms were out and he was pointing, and Darcy was just like nodding his head, kind of thing, and I'm thinking, fuck, when I saw that it was an eye opener, and I'm thinking and like I already knew Pendles is always our captain when playing, and that just cemented. Now it's just I know it, when Pendles plays, he's the captain, mate. That's just the way it is. Like there was that whole thing, he'll move on from the captaincy to concentrate on his game and that. But come on, he was captain for fucking years, man. He's not going to just suddenly not have those attributes out in the field and keep his mouth shut. And when he can see. He's so smart that he knows what's going on out there, what, momentum shifts and where we fucked up after we copped the goal. He's smart enough to know what went wrong. And he went up to Darcy Moore and he told him, mate, what are you doing, mate, Yeah.
Especially as someone that has, played sports before, and that has even, captain teams and all that stuff, and I mean, I'm very passionate when I do my sports. If I do see people that aren't and it doesn't have to be anything bad, but if I see people that are not, they don't have their head on straight, it's you certainly feel a type of way. So, I mean, Pendles, I could so see Pendles being in that same sort of way, and it's not like a. Yeah, it's just a reactionary thing where, you obviously care about the club so much. It doesn't even matter what role he has. He could be a bench player, he could be captain, he could be whatever. At the end of the day, if he sees something on the field and he knows he can impact and make a difference, he's going to do it. just purely out of the fact that he just cares. So yeah, I mean, I've certainly done that myself, where I've like captain teams, then still played in the same team, then wasn't captain, but then I saw shit that was going on, and I'm like, nah, that shit ain't going down like that.
Yeah.
So I can certainly see Pendles being like the same way, for sure, and like that would certainly explain what he's doing with Darcy at the moment, because he's probably he's probably not happy with the way that Darcy's been going this season. I mean, I don't think there'd be many people that would be happy with him this year. So
poor Pendles. Poor Pendles. Pendles should be in a position where he can just enjoy his last few years. But he has to look over at Darcy Moore playing with his fucking hair and see he's the one that's making the decision. I will say one thing about Darcy Moore as well. We don't need to worry about him making speeches anymore, because we're not going to fucking win anything. So you may as well just pull the pin on him now, because we don't need him for his talk anymore. He's not leading out on the ground. He's not even playing. Just fuck. You know what? I would love nothing more than midway through a season you strip the captaincy off a bloke. Oh, mate, I would love it.
How good would that be?
You can't get on the park anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
And you're gonna play twos when you're back. So we won't release it publicly, but Maynard's going to be the captain for the remainder of the fucking year. Just pull the fucking Band-Aid off.
They need to do a Vossi and what Wright did with Bucks. We're going to say that you resigned, and then you're going to look like a hero. You can go on ABC and do a radio tour about you're unselfish and you want to empower other individuals and you're inclusive. And they could really turn it around and sell him on it. He could do a whole documentary on SBS with the Aborigines, and put face paint on his face, and go on TV with Uncle Colin. He could turn it into a whole woke tour.
Yeah. I like it.
The funniest part about that is that like, if we say it any louder, he actually might hear the idea and think, "Oh, that just sounds right."
This is how I exit the captaincy. Like I've got my own show on the ABC. Like turn it into a mini series. How I empowered the next Collingwood captain.
He writes like a novel or a book about it, like an autobiography.
And, there's this whole thing, and they're just like, and So and you eventually did give it to Nick Dacos. Yeah, I did give it to Nick. Yeah, we did hand it on to Nick, but I did, like Nick is from a Macedonian background, and we were just thinking that's it's pretty. We were really trying to get something very inclusive, and but let's face it, Macedonian's pretty white. So we had considered Quaynor for the captaincy, but Quaynor, IQ, to his credit, he said, "No, let's give it to Nick. We'll give it to Nick because he's really empowering." And so in the end, that's what we did, and we got the team's vote on that. And
red lights are flashing off everywhere at YouTube headquarters at the minute.
The auto detection system is turning on.
Two blokes are going to come up behind Mick in a minute and drag him.
Just a SWAT team comes.
We haven't even started on Lipper yet.
Let's hope it happens. Oh yeah. Give that to me when you start on Lipper.
Lipper's got to, he's. We're going to have to include him for the big game, against West Coast. The big occasion.
Oh yeah, Lipper's going to be there. Him. He's so shit. Include him now.
Yeah.
Yep. The Zulansky. We need his running patterns, the laser passes, and also his social media presence. That's important. He does. He rates elite in champion data for social media.
Voidoid, what a comment, mate.
And we need his model good looks too. We need his model good looks too.
Comment of the night.
We need his model good looks.
Yeah.
Zulansky. Do you remember
All the
do you
girls
remember
want him out there
the
for his model looks.
do you remember the banner when the Collingwood cheer squad banner when
Yeah,
Peter Moore went to
Yeah.
Melbourne?
What did it say?
yeah.
More filth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Fucking hell. Yeah, man.
I was pretty devastated as an 8-year-old.
Mm. Is he like his old man? Did he what are the similarities in playing style, Matt? Because I missed his old
Okay.
man. Yeah.
Well, his old man was a ruckman who was equally good as a forward. So we'll never know. Darcy played forward early on in his career, but was never tried as a ruckman.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no, so he was a ruck. So he was a ruck in his draft.
Peter Moore had he was tall, but he didn't look like a tall person. Like he didn't have these big, long, gangly legs. So he was like a ruck rover. He just ran around. Like Jackson would be the closest thing that we have today. That type of guy. Just the ball hits the ground and he's just good on the ground as he is in the air. And could run like the wind, could mark, could tap it, could ruck all day by himself. Highly skilled. And yeah, the only thing he'd probably regret from his career is that he played with a hamstring in the 81 grand final, and it probably cost us in the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was a star. One of my early favourites as a kid.
Yeah. Cousin Theo, that's not Kev laughing, that's Chrissy Talbot. That's Chrissy Talbot with the familiar laugh.
Yeah, that ain't me laughing yet.
I was talking the other night. I said,
No,
I
Kev, we need you to go off on people now.
I love Chris. I love Chris in these streams because it doesn't matter how shit my jokes are. I know I'm always going to get a laugh out of him.
Chrissy.
True.
There you
Chrissy.
go, on cue.
Chrissy, we're Facebook friends, yeah?
Yeah, Mick.
I like your little comment on Trish Stratus, mate. Yeah, not bad, huh?
Yeah.
I got you, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. You know what I'm talking about, mate.
Yes.
Hopper there, huh, Chris?
Who's she, a wrestler?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she's my
not bad.
favorite in wrestling.
Okay. Yeah. What else? Who need in this team here? Fucking Rowan Steele, yeah. Keeps his place just from necessity, really. I wonder, could we have? I'm looking at on the list on the depth or the emergencies. Maybe Harvey Harrison could have come for him, but we can't. He needs more time.
Yeah.
Ryan, maybe it's a different position. I don't know. He gets one more go. Rowan Steele. I don't know, man. It's something about this kid, man. He bobs up for a goal, but if he's not bobbing up for a goal, fuck, man. Less than 15 posies. Yeah.
You know who will be good to play this week?
Yeah.
Harry DiMattima.
You reckon? You liked him last week, Kev?
Well, what I saw yesterday at training, I thought he was good in the midfield drills. So I absolutely liked him. I thought maybe he was going to get a game this week, but
yeah.
Did
you go to training, or was that like?
I went to training since being out of hospital. So
okay. Yeah.
So I was in recovery mode pretty much. So I had time off.
Yeah.
To be in recovery.
How you going now, Kev? Are you all right?
Yeah, seeing the doctor tomorrow. So hopefully I get to get the all clear to go back to my normal duties and go back go to the footy next week and watch Pendle's record breaking game because I bought some merch for that.
Yeah. Listen, man, the West Coast game. I want to catch up with you. I want to finally meet you, Kev, man.
I'll be going by myself. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give you a text. I'll catch up with you, mate.
Yeah, we'll do, man. No, definitely.
Yeah. Just on that West Coast game, when I had to get my tickets for it, that's going to be a sellout, man. Like full MCG. I was in a queue for fucking ages just to get my tickets, man.
Yep.
Fucking hell. So yeah, big occasion, man. Let's not shit the bed.
Yeah, I just want to.
I don't think we will.
Oh, you never know, Kev, mate. You never know. But what were you going to say, Age?
No, I was just going to say, I mean, we're obviously going to have streams leading up to Pendlebury's record-breaking game, but I just to steer away from the bit of the negativity tonight, and I've probably led the fucking charge on that. But geez, what an amazing achievement it's going to be. You know, we're so lucky that the guy's still there, still performs. You know, don't listen to what other supporters might say. The guy's still in the best 23, has been his whole career. Absolute class act. And you know what? As much as I love Boomer Harvey as a footballer, and look, he probably could have gone further, Boomer Harvey. That's the funny thing. I reckon he had another year or two in him, Boomer. But to be honest, there's probably not a more deserving guy. You know, 20 plus years of AFL football, never put a foot wrong, class everywhere he goes. You know, he's been loyal to a T. I know we've paid him well his whole career, but he would have had opportunities to go elsewhere when we've rebuilt or, you know, we've been in a bit of the doldrums or whatever. He stayed with us, and you know what? Look, even though I don't agree with everything that's led up to this game in terms of like resting and whatnot to orchestrate the game, I'm super pumped that we're going to have a Collingwood guy at the top of the list of the game's record, because I think it is just such an achievement, and I can't wait to be there.
Yeah, I'm going to catch up with you too, Age. We're going to have a dart outside, mate. It's got to happen, mate.
For sure, mate. For sure.
And look, just going on, there's been a lot of fucking media fucking bullshit about this Pendles game. So I'm going to give...
I agree.
Darcy Moore's playing like a Malacca, right?
Malacca of the week.
Only a Malacca won't play Frampton over Dean. It's common sense.
Malacca of the week is going to go to all those fucking pundits and fucking wankers that are doing a pile on Pendles. You know, what do you want from the bloke, man? Because we rested him and all this sort of stuff. Just fuck off, man. Tim Watson, good on you, mate. He's one of the only ones that came up and said, "Shut the fuck up and just respect the bloke, mate." So, Malacca of the week. I don't know who it was because I don't watch him, but I heard, you know, you get it sent to you on feeds and shit. You know, some fucking dickhead saying, "Oh, you know, why are they resting him?" and all this sort of stuff. We're resting him because he's fucking 38, man. He struggles on 6-day breaks, but yeah.
Also as well, just with the Pendlebury stuff, I think we also got to acknowledge the fact that as much as we obviously value him at Collingwood and he's won best and fairest and all that stuff, I guess he's won some like Anzac Day medals. He's also won like a Norm Smith, but and maybe I could be completely wrong here, but I feel like as a AFL like industry, I don't think Pendlebury is like as celebrated as he like should be. Like, and not saying that he doesn't get celebrated, but I mean, when you talk about like, you know, people like Dustin Martin and all those guys, obviously Dustin Martin would be one of the best players, at least like when it comes to like finals and all that stuff. But I just think that when it comes to Pendlebury, Pendlebury deserves to be in that like conversation as like one of the best players up there, but because he hasn't won a Brownlow, he hasn't done certain things. I just think it sort of gets a bit lost, and like people know he's a gun. Like people aren't going to sit there and say that he's like a terrible footballer or like whatever. But I think as an AFL world, I think he doesn't necessarily get the respect that he actually deserves.
Yeah.
And the fact that and again because it's also Collingwood as well too. There's always there's always seems to be a pile on as well. So I just find it really interesting the fact that we actually do finally get to have a moment to sort of celebrate Pendles and actually celebrate the 1 week of his career where we can genuinely, because again, as I said, he hasn't won like a Brownlow or like anything like that. So to celebrate him as the individual that he is, I just I just find like interesting how people are like piling on, but it's like, at the end of the day, like I think we need to be celebrating someone like Pendles because the career that he's had, like I just don't think it's been appreciated to the point to how good it's actually been, like how much of a professional he's been. I'm sure internally through, the football world, like there's like commentators and people in media and all that stuff. They know that Pendlebury's like an absolute gun and all that stuff, but when it comes to putting your mouth on a mic or when it comes to putting opinions out on Twitter, I just don't know if the respect is there from an AFL world. I mean, even back when I'm sure someone in the chat will remind me, but the Anzac Day where he won the Anzac Day medal, maybe 2019, and he got booed. Like, I mean, how many players have like won something like an Anzac Day medal and then gets booed for winning that medal? Like I just sort of don't understand where, and it probably is a Collingwood thing, and unfortunately Pendles just has to cop it because he's a Collingwood player and stuff. But I just don't think and even there's people out there that want to have their hot takes and go, oh, I don't think Pendlebury's that good of a player. Like he's not flashy and he's not he's no Dustin Martin. It's like, yeah, but he still had an amazing impact in this like footy industry. Like as especially as a player, he'll probably go into coaching and be just as good when he coaches a side. Hopefully it's us, but you never know. I just and then and also the fact a lot of the proceedings, apparently he's getting like 100% of the money from his own jumper, which came off the back of his efforts playing all those games. The fact that he's getting 100% of it and he's also donating it to charity, like I think people just need to like relax and just need to just chill out. Obviously not like the Collingwood supporters, because at least with us, because it's our club, we will do the research. We will go out and figure out like the context of it, just because it's our club, so we will eventually care to find out the real information. But it's just I don't know. It's just I do find it interesting for a guy that's done so much for the league. I just don't know if the respect he should get and then the respect he does get, I just don't think it completely aligns. I don't know if anyone would agree with that take, but
hey, Shawnee. Yeah. Shawnee, don't worry. When he retires, all these clubs that have been shit talking him for fucking the last 10 years, they'll be front of the queue to have his services in the coaching box or whatever else.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And watch how quickly their opinions will change once he's on board with them. Oh, it's great to have this guy. He's seen it all. He's won flags. Watch how quickly it'll turn once he's actually retired from Collingwood. He'll be a darling of the AFL then. Watch.
Yeah, but I mean, even because we've got a Carlton supporter in the chat. I know for a fact there was a Carlton supporter famously that the fact I've got to bring up this opinion is just shows it. But like, there was one guy that had a Twitter post and he's on like one of the content creation platforms through Carlton and stuff. And he was going off this like rant about how
Mark Murphy.
Yeah, about Mark Murphy's prime was better than Pendlebury. Like, come on, dude. Like, So basically,
It was
Mark Murphy's prime versus Pendlebury's
Yeah.
prime. He'd take Mark Murphy any day of the week.
Yeah.
Come
his
on,
name
dude.
is the
I don't care what he says.
Prendercast, but the thing
it's
is,
something like
every time, because he's still, look, in fairness to him, he's kept that post, that Twitter thing up. He's kept it up. So every time, like after the Essendon game, I always troll him after it. Yeah. Where's Murphy now, mate? You know.
Yeah, and he said something to the effect of like, "Oh, Pendlebury doesn't win you games, and like he doesn't, he's not that flashy player. Show me some highlights of his."
What, Murphy won your games?
No, with Pendlebury. Apparently, Pendlebury didn't win his games.
Yeah, but I'm saying what Mark Murphy did.
Against like North Melbourne, where they were when they were like 18th. Yeah, those are the games he won. But no, like it's just, I don't know. I just feel like for the absolute GOAT that Pendlebury is, and was like, obviously we know it as a supporter base, but it's like, I just don't think that you can go across the league and have people just flat out say, yeah, Pendlebury is a GOAT.
Don't worry, Blue Bagger. You're not one of those ones.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying,
you're a class act, mate. No problem.
Yeah,
no problem.
I'm just saying because the avatar came up and stuff. It reminded me of the comment of the Prendergast guy and stuff. But like it's just, I don't know. Like it's really interesting when it's like you have someone do so much, and that's just a perspective I have. I just don't think when you look at the football community as a whole, I just don't think he gets a ton of love. Well, I mean, he does get love, but like, I don't know. I feel like he's one of the people that you put in that category of GOATs or legends and stuff, where he's probably the first one you sort of like bagged out, which I just don't sort of think that's right, because I think Pendlebury's been incredible. And yeah.
It's one of the. I don't think it'll be broken, man. I can't like. Who's going to break that record, man? He's going to play.
Well, that's the thing. I was saying the other week, like I thought Nick was going to break it, but the thing is, like, and again, this is probably me going down a tangent.
It'll be great if he does, huh?
So positive. Yeah. I can see it happen, but I could also see Nick even turning into like a Chris Judd even. Where like he gets about 29, 30, and because we just keep playing him every week, regardless of injuries, he just breaks down early. Yeah. So it's like on one hand, it's like I can see it, but also at the same time, I can also see him not even making it to 30. So I think we got to be really careful with Nick because I think it's so clear that he's playing injured at the moment. But we got to look after him. We got to go get, whether if it is just a Lockie Neal for a year or two, or whether if it is just some midfield help. I mean, Butters would be fantastic, but that's a pipe dream. Like, let's be honest there. But
it is.
Because I mean, Carlton did it with Judd. I mean, Cripps was even that to a certain extent. I just don't want to be a football club that sort of does that because Nick, if we get Nick to the same amount of games, Jesus Christ, he's going to have a career and a half. And then hopefully, we chuck him forward for the last 2 to 3 seasons of his career. And then, God, if he's kicking, look, I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if he even wins a Coleman, like towards the end of his career, if we chuck him forward full time and you have
big call.
Player that's
big call. You're putting that in the vault. You can't just blurt that out.
Yes. Put it in the vault, Sean. Put it in the vault.
That's why the vault's there, mate, to stop people from blurting stuff like that. Mate.
I mean, Nick is genuinely that good. Nick is genuinely that good.
Yeah, look, I reckon he'll finish his career as a small forward, like in his 30s, maybe. And
we put, and then whoever's the midfielder at the time, whether it's Swaddling or probably, I mean, Swaddling may not be the one, but someone, a future midfielder can then take his spot, and then we just chuck Dacos in the pocket for a couple of years, and if he's kicking 60, 70, 80 goals for the year. Because that's the thing, like these guys, even though they're really gun mids, a gun mid is an overqualified forward. I mean, look at Dane Swan. Look at like all these guys that they played midfield in their careers, but they go forward and they kick you 3-4 goals just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's like how in the fuck do they do that?
Swan kicked a couple. I reckon he kicked a couple of fucking fivers, mate.
Yeah.
Playing from midfield, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because he was Dustin Martin before Dustin Martin, basically.
Yeah.
Where he would go in the goal square after having maybe like 20 disposals at half time. 3/4 time, you see him in the goal square and he kicks 2 goals in like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. Swanee's goals were so great, man. Fuck.
Oh, what a player!
The way he just thought through it and just football IQ and just the way he would just turn on the Jets too, because you would think he'd just be plodding along and he'd just be this like slow like plodder sort of thing, and then he'd just turn on the Jets and he'd just be like, what in the like how the hell, and because he had a bit of like a tad bit of weight on him and stuff, you thought, oh, this guy's a bit overweight, he's probably not that fit. And next thing you know, he's a steam train just running through, like, trying to win a centre clearance. And it's like, how the fuck did he do that?
What a player, mate. What a player. And you know what with James Swan is?
Yeah.
He never would have worked with another coach other than Malthouse. A lot of people don't know that. But any other coach, he would have been spat out at like 23. And he would have just been playing local footy for West Meadows for 300 games. But this is why Malthouse, I think, is the greatest coach of all time, because you point to guys like Dane Swan, and he created Dane Swan into the player he was because of what he saw in him. Now Buckley, I was very critical of Buckley's coaching tenure. Just say Swanee was a junior when Bucks was there. There's no chance Swan turns into the player he was. So he's just a superstar, mate. And speaking of disrespect, he's another one that never earned the respect of the wider AFL community. Just never got it. Even he'd tear games apart and he'd never get respect. It's just a common theme for Collingwood Guns.
Should have won that Brownlow that fucking Judd won.
Oh, absolutely.
It's especially anytime someone like Swan would go on like a footy show and he'd start talking, and he'd actually be genuinely funny, and then you just have so many people being, oh, why is this Collingwood tool, trying to crack a joke? It's like, because he's just trying to be lighthearted and like take the piss and have a fun night. Like, do you not know how to do that? It's just.
Can I just go back to Pendles? What's the situation with this merchandise? So are they going to be selling like the jumper with the gold number as merch, and he gets all the money for that? Is that how it works?
No. So there's one where the gold. So there's one where it's the plain jumper, but they're also selling another one where it's like a jumper of like Pendlebury's like history. So that's where it's got like the gold plated, because people were complaining about that. But that's only the reason why it had like a gold plated like Collingwood emblem on it, or like the grand final thing, was because it was a jumper to signify he won 2 premierships. So when you obviously win a premiership, you get like a gold emblem where the magpie is, or where the Collingwood logo is. So people were saying, oh, well, why are they giving him a gold logo on his thing, because it's just a home and away game. He hasn't won a grand final or anything. It's like, it's a jumper from his like history. So you literally see the 2 premierships, you see the Norm Smith. I don't know if the Anzac Day. I don't think the Anzac Day medals are there, which I feel like they should be. But they aren't. I don't think it's on there. I think it's just the Norm Smith and the two premiership cups. But and then because of the premiership cups, that's why they had the gold logo. But people just had to use common sense, and they would have figured that out. But that jumper, that's not a plain jumper. Like the Pendles isn't going to run out with that one. It's going to be a more basic one where it's not going to be gold anywhere outside of the gold like 10. So the 10 is gold, but the rest of it's pretty much basic outside of the Pendlebury and then the number, whatever it is, 314 or whatever the number is. No, it's more than that, isn't it? 334. Anyway,
so the gold number that's for sale that you can buy, like, because they're numbered. If you buy number 1 or number 10, it costs about 14 grand.
Wow.
Yeah, something like that. I was looking it up the other day. That might be the framed one as well. It comes with a frame, I think, for that special one.
Yeah.
Oh,
By the way, I'm not buying it.
Yeah. Look, I'll just give a little bit of background on it.
Go H, yep.
Yeah, I had it explained to me. So a lot of people, the typical, this should be part of the salary cap, this and that. It's part of the CBA. So part of the players' CBA agreement was in extraordinary circumstances. So for, 300 games or, record-breaking games or something significant that happens. So Lance Franklin, 1,000 goals, whatever the situation is, there's exemption outside of the salary cap for, moments like this, where the player's the one that's achieved the feat. So they're entitled to, at the base rate, 65% of the earnings of whatever the memorabilia and sales are. Collingwood have chosen to give Pendlebury 100% of the sales as part of that agreement. So there's, in theory, and it won't happen, but in theory, just say they made, let's say $500,000 and it all goes to Pendles. It's all above board. It's all been ticked off. So other supporters can kick and scream and have a hissy fit about it. But at the end of the day, all the clubs and all the players are entitled to this via the CBA. So it just so happens that, of course, when it's a Collingwood feat, it ties straight back into the, this and that. But, you never heard this with the Lance Franklin thing. You never hear this about anything else. You don't hear this about the Sean Burgoyne 400. You don't hear about it and nothing. You just hear about it for the first time when it's Collingwood and Pendlebury.
Yep. The other thing is also, just to add context to that, the money, because it's 100% that he'll be getting, a lot of, I can't remember the context and how much is going to charity, but a lot of the money that's going to be earned is going to charity as well. So the people that are now saying, Pendlebury's just trying to make money off it. For one, fucking oath, he should be making money off it because it's his fucking efforts. It's not like he's just sat on his ass and he's just all of a sudden played whatever it is, 430 games or whatever it is. So if he wants all the proceedings out of it, then fucking let him, because at the end of the day, I'm sick of these corporate people getting a ton of money off these AFL players' backs. When really, at the end of the day, it's people like Pendlebury that are actually, making these jumpers actually worth a damn of actually buying every time. And but the thing is, even with that, like, Pendlebury's actually donating the proceedings to charities and stuff that, I don't know the exact charities, but yeah, so people are saying, he wants 100% of this proceeding so he can take the money for himself.
It's a kids' cancer charity that he's an ambassador for, so it's one of the most worthy bloody causes you can think of.
It's just crazy when people just want to open up their mouths and they just talk shit. And then I remember
they haven't got the facts. They just don't. They don't know. Otherwise, they wouldn't be complaining maybe as much. And the way you explained it so eloquently, you're never going to get a job at Channel 7 or any of those places. So you got to rough it up a bit more, mate.
I can get rough.
I'll say this about Pendles as well. I think it's great that we manage him throughout this. Whether people like it or not that we've managed him, Brisbane pulled Zorko out with manage, but yet where's the uproar when Brisbane Geelong manage their older players, but yet when we do it, it seems to be a problem. So these people that are calling this shit out when we do it with Pendles, but yet Geelong and Brisbane tend to do it. So for those type of idiots, they can go get fucked. for starters. And also, Pendles deserves to break this record. When we knew going into this season that Pendles was going to get it, and it was all a matter of when we're going to do it. He was injured for the Brisbane game, so that was unfortunate. Now, you don't want Pendles to do it when you're traveling interstate. You want to do it in front of your home crowd. So the best bet would have been is to do it in front of your home fans at the G. I think that's the most sensible thing that the club's done. And to do it against the West Coast Eagles when we will all be there watching, I think that will be something special. And I think that's something that we should all celebrate as a fan base. Brent Harvey got similar treatment when he broke the games record. Dustin Fletcher got 400 games, and all the AFL community celebrated that as well with Sean Berglund. Buddy Franklin got 1,000 goals, and we all celebrated that. Like, how good was that? So why can't we celebrate Pendles breaking a record, having a goal 10 on the back of the Guernsey for the number? We're not asking for much. We're only having a gold 10. It's not like we're having 433 in gold. We're only having a gold 10. Brent Harvey had the number 427 on the jumper. That was it. That was the only thing that North Melbourne did with Brent Harvey when he broke the record. So for those people that are bitching about it, and Kane Corns in particular, go and fuck yourselves.
Well said, Kev, man. Good on you, bro.
I love it, Kevin. I love when you fight up.
It needs to be said because Kane Corns whinged about it and sooked about why we're managing him. But yeah, are you forgetting you're 38 years of age, your body needs more rest, 6-day break, a 5-day break. You knew straight away that we play on Anzac Day, we play against Brisbane. So it's all a matter of when we're going to manage our players. And I think if other clubs who are doing this, they would not have a problem in saying, because it's Collingwood, we sell papers. It's the only reason why that they do this, because it's us. They hate us. They don't do it to Brisbane tonight. They're not going to say anything about, Bazooka didn't play because he was managed. So why aren't the rest of the idiots saying that with Brisbane or Geelong? But yeah, as soon as we do it, we all of a sudden cop it. So how about they start talking about other teams are doing it, and for Pendles to make money out of it, like Sean said, good on him. He deserves it after what he went through with his mate, stealing his money. He deserves every penny that he gets out of it, in my opinion. So I can't wait to be there next Saturday, celebrating it, wearing that Guernsey of Pendles and wearing that scarf as well. So thank you, Pendles, for everything you've done. Thank you for the 2 premierships, and thank you for being out there and just giving us hope for your 20 years of service.
Yeah. Well said, Kev, man. Good on you, bro.
No, thank you.
No worries, bro.
Well done, Kev.
Voidoid, what do you want me to play, man? Sorry, I missed that, man. Yeah. He wants me to play some clip or something. All right. Do you guys mind? I just want to fill up my cup of coffee and go for a quick toilet break. Do you guys mind if I just come back in about a minute? Is that all
Go
good?
for it, Mick.
Yeah.
Of course, mate.
Okay.
Of course.
No worries. Thank you.
Yeah, it's cool. Good, Mick.
Yeah, go for it.
What were the Sydney ins and outs, actually? We didn't touch on that. Does anyone have them on hand?
I'll see if I
Bruno
can
was
get.
one of them.
Voyage.
I was so flat that I bloody ignored them on Anthony's stream. I was just looking
Yeah, I
at
know.
ours, just going, oh, come on, guys. How
I've
excited were
got
we
it
today,
here.
Sean,
I've got
having
it
a
here.
quick chat? You know?
Hey guys,
I got it for you, Age. I got it for you. McCartan, Sarong, and Kerno. Kerno came back this week.
Who were the outs?
And then Hayden McLean got dropped, Matt Roberts injured, and Dane Rampy managed.
Okay. All right.
hey Mick.
Yeah, they're managing players.
And they can actually drop players too. If only we knew how to do that.
Yeah, well, yeah, Jane Rampy gets a.
I'm with you, Sean. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah. They're not scared, clearly, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Look, it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
So Dane Rampy, I don't even know if I didn't even know he was still playing anyway. But yeah.
Yeah, if you'd asked me if he was still in the league, I would have gone, shit, fuck, I don't know.
Is Sarong the brother of the Freo one?
Yeah. So he started at Hawthorn, and then this is his first year at Sydney.
Yeah, yep. Because he wasn't getting a good go at Hawthorn, wasn't he?
No.
Yeah, okay. One of the rare ones that Hawthorn have let go that looks like he's going to be pretty capable footballer.
Yeah.
Oh well, look, it just shows you that you can find
Well, they've let a few go in the journey.
Who's that, Hawthorn?
Yeah.
Well,
Gary
Kennedy's
Ablett,
the other
Darren
notable
Mullane,
one.
Kennedy.
That's true.
It's funny
Mitchell.
though because Hawthorn always seems to be all right even after they let go these.
They have an
these
excess.
guys. Yeah. It's not like they're losing when they lose these guys. I mean,
They let
Gary
Lewis too,
Ablett's
and Buddy.
They always said with Josh Kennedy that he probably wouldn't have been the player he was if he stayed at Hawthorn because of the name. So he probably needed that change to actually make the most of his career. But yeah, it looks like that Sarong bloke. It looks like they might have missed a trick there with him. I reckon he's going to be a bloody really handy footballer there. But yeah, I mean Dane Rampy, I think Dane Rampy he plays defence still, doesn't he? It probably just goes to show you they've got no respect for our forward line.
Yeah.
Nothing really bothers them there. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, especially with Rampy is because I know with Rampy he can be a very solid player for them and stuff. Shows a bit of leadership. When it comes to the back pocket, it's not like you're playing inside midfield or ruck or even even a key position. I mean, even Zorko's gone to half back and he's gotten a few extra years out of his career. So if you're to play that back pocket and sort of be that smallish defender that just sort of gives a bit of effort, I feel like you can prolong your career a little bit longer. But yeah, and that's the thing. I don't think he's, as much as we're sitting here being like, oh, is he still in the league? I don't think he's, I mean, I don't know, maybe if there's a Sydney supporter in the chat or if anyone does know the answer to this, I don't think he's been bad. I just don't think he's been a player that is we need to pay attention to Rampy this week because he's on he's on the wrong end of the age bracket, but I mean, at the end of the day, it is a bit of experience for that back line. So unless you have someone that is taking his spot, I guess he's probably going to keep it every year. But he wouldn't be too far away from being gone.
Dane Rampy was the bloke that climbed the post, wasn't he?
Yeah.
What a fuckwit.
Good one, Age.
Hey, Age. Now this is why we need a mental health round. need to put our arms around people like that.
Bloody hell, mate. I remember that.
Now,
Crazy.
Mick.
Yeah, mate.
It just sucks. They
I've got
brought
something to
Kerno
share.
back this morning.
Yeah, all right. 1 second, mate. I'm just Voidoid's telling me to do something, but because I just went for a leak, I missed it. Hold
You
on.
had a clip or something?
Yeah. All right. All right. Hold on. Sorry, man. I'm trying to go up in the. Okay. Mick. There's a clip on here with all of Bucks' goal from that game. It's called Buckley Kicks Career Best 6 Goals. It's on YouTube. All right. Give me a second, Void. I'll get it up, but I'll share what Matt's going to share first. All right. Hold on.
Oh, Ben McLean. That's a name.
There you go. That's a name from the past.
Mighty Mouse. Ben
Yeah, I
McLean.
remember him. I remember him.
What's this, mate? Are you going to play this?
Yeah.
All
So
right.
do you
Yeah.
want to
Go.
give a
Have
bit
you
of
got?
background about what this show's all about? And sometimes you get invited onto it and the format, and then I'll play it. I'll play it after a while. I'll play it at double speed because he does ramble a bit, so it'll only take a few minutes.
Yeah.
But
all right. So this is a clip of the Forever Rivals show. On that the Jumper Bunch does every Wednesday night. They've got a Rocco, he's the Carlton guy. You got Mark, the Essendon guy. You got Liam, the Richmond guy, and you got Manny, not the Manny that we know. This is a different Manny. He
This is a
represents
clueless
Collingwood.
Manny.
Yeah. So this dude here, Manny, now he tells funny jokes on the show and all that sort of stuff, but they've got him on there. He talks about he's the one that represents Collingwood, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a membership. He never goes to games.
don't give too much away. Don't give too much away.
All right, we'll leave it at that. All right, no, I'll leave it at that. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So this is the part of the segment where they're gonna each. So you've got your obviously Rocco is a Carlton guy. You got the Essendon guy and the Richmond guy, and Manny's a Collingwood guy. So Rocco's about to throw over to Manny to review the Geelong Collingwood game.
This one here, there was just no contest here, man. This talk about not being able to keep up with the sides, and I mean, they just ate you up. So yeah, 68-22, they pretty much just killed you from woe to. I didn't actually watch it. I was just keeping up with the scores, but I saw that they slowly got away, and then by the end of it, yeah. Manny?
Yeah, no, it's fair to say, Rocco, before I start with talking about the game, just going back a little bit with what Mark said about seeing glimpses, and he's been seeing glimpses for the last 20 years. He's been
Okay, he rabbits on for about 10 minutes, so I'm going to really speed it up. So it's just not so super boring.
glimpses, and that's the little glimpses that I keep seeing, and that's why these little glimpses are the only hope they've got moving forward, because it's little glimpses. There was an old bloke I remember years ago. I think he was 90 years old, and all of a sudden he had glimpses that he was going to have
This is the review of the Collingwood game, by the way.
About to have a mongrel, and then realised that he was having a piss, and his penis got bitten by a mosquito. That was the only glimpse of any hope of having that. So this is right now. This is Mark was saying glimpses. Fuck's sake, Mark. Sit back in your little fucking cage. Don't worry about sitting there saying about Collingwood.
They've lost 4 games by more than 60 points.
Now, let's just right now, I can tell you that I, as a Collingwood supporter, I'm very disappointed, because I think where the biggest focus at the moment has been, and many, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but the biggest problem I've seen at the moment is that we've been blown out of the water. There's no way in hell we can turn around and pretend that we can be maybe contenders moving forward. Yeah, there's no hope of that happening at the moment. But I think
we drew Hawthorn the week before. I put that in the chat.
I think what we need to do is we need to get this Pendlebury, legend of the game, legend for football club. But I think what we need to do right now is we need to get that out of the way and then focus on the rest of the year. Yeah, because I think it's fair to say that at the moment, do we rest him? Do we not rest him? Do we do this?
There's your comment, Mick.
Yeah, I know, and that
right
gets
now,
absolutely
we are where we're sitting, and I can tell you, we are at no level whatsoever to be competing with the top 6 teams, and that's fair to say. Geelong.
See, he doesn't even know that we drew with Hawthorn last week.
They just make things look so simple. They absolutely destroy our defence. They were just doing whatever they wanted, especially in that second half. They were just doing everything they could. And credit to them, they thought, right, the only way we're going to try and slow things down is let's take down the number one gangster in the game at the moment, and that's Nick Dacos. And that's what they did. They put players on him. They tagged him. I mean, even though he ended up getting 29 touches, I mean, were they 29 touches that would influence the game? No. So it's fair to say that we are definitely, if we were sitting in the middle, we've now dropped down at least 3-4 levels. I think we're a tier 3 side at the moment, and I think we've got the next 5-6 weeks to try and change things around. But at the moment, it just seems to be this, Pendlebury, we're going to arrest him. Pendlebury, we're going to look forward to his breaking the record. We're going to, what jumper he's going to be wearing, the colours and this and that. And you know what? Sometimes we've got to think about that's bigger than that, and I'm not taking it away from Pendlebury.
I'm going to skip a little bit.
What we need to do moving forward. Now the question is, will things change? I really hope they do. But at the moment, to me, it's just, what are we doing? Are we playing footy? Are we more interested in the Pendlebury thing? I just don't know. So, what's his face at the moment? Very disappointing. Very disappointing.
So far, all he's talked about is that the reason Geelong won was that they tagged Nick Dacos.
There are many. So a couple of weeks ago when you played Geelong, you didn't have the older players. You didn't have Jeremy Howe. You didn't have Pendlebury. I think it was Geelong. When you played Hawthorn, you didn't have more. So you had a younger playing list on that game, and they actually performed. Now you've brought them back in. Watching the game, I noticed that you're a lot slower, and Geelong's not that really quick, to be quite honest. I'll go back to something. Peter Rabbit. So I'll go back to problem, Manny. What's happening is that your list is too old, man. You've got 14 players that are over 30 years old. Yeah, look, I'll go back to what Rocco has many times said to me, right? Lad, at the end of the day, regardless of whether you take players out to rest them, or you take players out because they're injured or they're carrying an injury or something, the moment they are good to come back, you're going to bring them back. Yeah. Now, at the end of the day, sure, there are players there that are sort of at an age where, one would think, it's time for them to maybe give up the game, maybe move on, etc. But at the end of the day, you can't take away the one thing that these players have, and that's experience. Yeah. Let's not forget, 3 weeks ago, Pendlebury ended up winning an ASAC medal because he dominated the game. So it doesn't really matter. I think
there's Lucas commenting.
Yeah.
Lucas from Geelong.
Yeah.
I think it's all about the experience. You look at Sidebottom. He's a machine. That kid gets in there.
This is when I started sussing out on what's going on.
And he plays his heart out. So sure, the older you get, you will slow down. But at the moment, I think this is an opportunity for a lot of these young kids that are coming in who are having this moment to play up against names like Gowie, Howe. This is moments. You're going to tell me that a lot of these young boys that are going to come and play, and they know they're going to be playing with Cripps. And I'd like to tell you right now, Cripps is a double twin medalist and Brownlow medalist, and he's a captain. He's the foundation of the Carl Football Club. You're going to tell me that these young players coming in are not going to be sitting there thinking to themselves, they're going to be thinking to themselves, I'm in awe. I'm actually playing against someone that I've probably have been admiring as a kid, and now all of a sudden I've got this opportunity to play. So you can't take that away from them. I'm not taking that away, man. This is the way. This is their way. Well, this ain't Mark. Talking about 15 players that are over 30 years old, man, not just half a dozen or two. That's like, what? These are players that are coming in and out. They're resting him. They're presuming the players. They're bringing him in and out. We've got a lot of young boys that are coming in that are starting to show, that they're capable of moving slowly to that next level. And I think it's fantastic. By the way, are we competing for? Are we at the moment talking about premiership footy? No. I said this at the start of the season. Where will I think we'll finish? I said we'd probably finish 10th if we're lucky. At the moment we are where we are. And Geelong certainly brought us back to earth. And you can't hide behind the truth. The fact is that maybe this is where we need to start thinking about the fact that, right, maybe this year's forget it. Maybe the next couple of years we need to start by slowly but slowly getting the geriatrics out of there, and then start putting the young.
There we go. That's Matt's comment there.
Frozen milkshakes with the comment of the night.
Where's that? Oh, the Neville Bartos one. Yeah. Oh yeah, in that scene, when they're on coke, yeah.
I loved it that Rocco put the comment up there.
Your comment, yeah.
Younger boys in, it's all about rebuilding. So, sure. You'd like to see a premiership every year. You'd like to see finals football every year. And I'm not complaining as a Collingwood supporter, no. But, it is what it is.
Yeah, I've got a question. On a serious note, honestly, I just believe that they're leaving that a little bit too long. Collingwood, that might come back and bite them in the ass. I'm not having a go about the older players. Yeah, they're fantastic to have experienced players, but I just believe
that you've got too many on your list, and you
Manny can't deal with the narrative that we've only got old players. He doesn't actually understand. He's just throwing out cliches and whatever, and he cannot defend against this Essendon guy. And the Essendon guy, he just doesn't know Collingwood. Like all Oppo fans, 99% of them don't know. If they come on our show, they'll find out about it. Manny can't defend this. He's like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Don't have good young players.
He's still holding on to these players.
Or you could just watch the VFL.
We're going to find out why he doesn't know.
Get rid of some of them, training for other players, because you've got still a little bit of life in those players. But you're leaving it a little
for
bit
those players. What do you?
Well, you get nothing. That's even worse.
They'll get nothing.
That's
for
even
it.
worse.
Hey, we got from the Warble. He looks like a Collingwood supporter. Sidey. Okay, he doesn't watch the game, he reckons. So you didn't watch the game. Ask him how Sidey played on Saturday and where did he play. He's asking you, Manny.
Crickets.
Are you looking it up, are you?
No. I'll be honest with you, Rocco. I didn't playing on the side near his bottom. I didn't get a chance to watch the game live because I was at work, and then I watched part of the replay. The point I'm trying to get is that you're going to get players like Sidebottom who are going to have their good days. I mean, look at Degoe. Degoe 5 weeks ago was nowhere to be seen. Okay, there was nowhere to be seen. But don't forget that, Degoe 4 or 5 weeks ago was nowhere to be seen, and he was one of the best on ground for Collingwood. Which at the end of the day, it's this is where we're going to have cold moments. I'm not saying that we're contenders, nowhere near contenders at the moment, and I'm not going to say we're pretenders. But what I'm saying is that we need to make some changes to be able to go up there and compete against teams like Geelong, because Geelong at the moment they just make things look so simple. So
all right, let's move on because enough about it. But I just want to say one more thing. They asked.
Yeah. Did he actually say that he was like nearly best on ground, but then he wasn't to be seen? Isn't that like the complete
along the lines of like he's been doing so well and
but then he literally said right after that like he couldn't see him on the field or like he wasn't to be seen. How can he be best on ground, but then you didn't see him on the field?
Man,
look, he spent 10 minutes. He's doing a review on Collingwood, and that's why I have to play the speed. He took 10 minutes, not hardly talking about the game, just talking about whatever. And then just pulled a few names out of the hat. And I'm listening to it going, I don't reckon he watched the game. So I just went there, where did he play? And then Rocco's like, this guy's from Collingwood. He reckons he didn't watch the game. And then like, I didn't actually watch the game. I watched a bit of the highlights.
Oh, mate.
No, it wasn't the highlights. It was the replay.
Oh,
he watched the replay and he didn't get through all of it. Especially when in modern times you can hop on KO, watch a KO mini that goes for 18 minutes and watch the whole game. Yes, it's highlights, but you can still watch the whole game, get the gist of what's going on.
You can see.
He couldn't even do that. He watched part of the replay of the full game.
Maddie, that is the biggest bust since Elliot Ness went through Chicago. That's hilarious, mate.
Mate, the crickets, the silence.
Well done,
also as well, the audacity for Mark to basically just say, your players are too old, you guys have just got old players. At least we have players that can actually be good. Like their whole list is just shit. Like
Mark's got. What's he gonna say? He's gonna take the piece as much as he can, but he's got nothing, mate.
I mean,
so they can all pick on him.
Yeah, pretty much. Because every time I listen to Mark, I'm just like, dude, like everything you're saying, I can just pick apart every single time. Like, yeah, and it's just he'll be like, you guys are too old and too slow. You're just too shit. Like, can we just put that out there? Like, it doesn't. No matter the age of Essendon, nearly all the players outside of maybe 2 or 3 are just shit players that that need like a Nobel Prize for like finding a way to get themselves on an AFL list, because whatever Houdini shit that they did to get onto an AFL list is beyond me. But yeah, right on to the Essendon players to get on a list, because they need to.
I tell you what, every time I watch the Forever Rivals, poor Liam sit there like a stung mullet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that the Richmond guy?
Yeah.
He hasn't got much to say anyway, mate.
No.
They're getting absolutely done every week, mate.
He is actually a really
I
good
really
bloke.
enjoy watching the Jumper Punch. The Jumper Punch characters, all the Carlton supporters, like,
Yeah,
really
Rocco's
enjoy
a
some
legend.
good characters.
Yeah.
But it's like
they've
picked three guys who can just like make him, I don't know. I prefer, even though there's a Collingwood guy on this, I prefer just watching the all Carlton panel.
Yeah.
And I hate Carlton, but I like these guys.
We need to check Manny's
what I mean?
credentials. I don't think Manny watches any fucking Collingwood games.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sorry.
Rocco always gives it to him, like, did you go to the game and all this sort of stuff, So, no.
There's zero chance he watched any of the AFL as well too, because if you're saying there's no kids,
Yeah, look, the Richmond guy, Liam, he hardly gets a word in, but he knows what he's talking about. He's, he watches the games, definitely.
I wonder if he said like, I wonder if he said to Manny, how do you think Oscar Steen is going as a development coach? And I reckon he'll just waffle on about how good of a development coach he's been. I reckon he'd be that type of operator.
I can't wait for the next time. I'm going to just feed lines to Rocco to get him to ask Manny.
Just do it. Just be like,
what does he think of Brodie Holland's new move into the forward pocket from being a midfielder? How do you think James Clement's going to go after his knee reconstruction, stuff like that?
Did you guys, Voidoid saying, did you guys see the comment on the screen, second from the bottom? I can't read that, man. My eyes.
Oh, maybe I can see it.
Oh, yeah. He's waiting for his Centrelink payment.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, man.
When did we get Jack Steele? We got Jack Steele. Fuck.
Oh, mate.
Look, man, I'm pretty sure Milkshakes, Rocco, and Swoop were never going to do a show together, mate.
No,
they had there was a
falling out.
There was a thing that Rocco did a couple of years back where they superimposed Swoop's head on something and they made a joke about it. And Swoop cracked it and made a complaint against him. And the jumper bunch, I don't know, something must have been said because the next stream they had to do a fucking apology on their show. Yeah. So Swoop would have gotten the lawyers out or something, mate.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh mate.
Yeah.
How thin-skinned can you be? Come on, man.
Swoop had him on one time. That would have been early days before all the bullshit, man. Yeah.
Oh, very funny.
That's I think that's pretty much it, mate. If you want to move on to Voidoids, yeah. That was the good stuff.
Tell you what, if that was me, I would be saying, hang on, mate, your team's so shit, you only got 3 good players. At least our players know how to play on the big stage.
Can you actually name 3 good players?
It just annoys me that the Collingwood representative doesn't know anything about Collingwood. And it's by design from Rocco. He can't defend Collingwood and he can't defend himself against Rocco just giving it to him, making him look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm usually when Manny doesn't show up for that show, Rocco usually calls me. So I've been on there a couple of times and Mate, I'm the dickhead that fucking meticulously fucking goes through the stats so I can fucking say shit properly, you know. And then I got to listen to that. It's like, fuck, man.
But do they
But you know more than that guy, Mick.
Yeah.
Of course. Who doesn't?
Yeah. I know.
You're not saying much there, Chris. Like
I don't even know why he's on there.
My missus would have done better defending Collingwood.
Even I would have.
At least she knew that side he played in the back line and had
So
7
would I.
touches. She was there. At least my wife watched the game.
Buckley, it's called Buckley kicks career best 6 goals. Okay, all right.
Versus Sydney, wasn't it?
No, Brisbane.
Brisbane. Okay.
Shame his hammies went. He would have been a good forward.
Yeah.
All right, this is good. It only goes for 2.5 minutes. I'll chuck it on. Just give me 1 second, guys. If I get fucking copyright, I don't give a fuck, man. Fuck it. All right. Yeah, fuck it. All right.
Carosella, Burns.
Is that nice and loud and clear for everyone?
Beautiful, me.
Yep. Can you hear Tim Lane?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Collingwood putting
Make it larger though.
Defense for Rocker. Too far.
It's probably best not to actually, because you might get copyrighted.
Placing it beautifully for
Full
Buckley.
screen.
You would just about
Yeah,
have
maybe
it
do it
inscribed
small
in your
screen.
record by now. From 52. Those legs are still pretty good. Collingwood by 13. This time through Clement.
Clement.
Danger passes just for the moment. Crisis averted as Lockyer takes the mark. Off to Didak. Buckley makes his move from full forward. Rocker's there as well. But it's Buckley.
What a fucking unit he was, man.
Brad Scott out of the goal square just suit Buckley.
What a player.
Yeah.
The Magpies bumps on. McDonald just ran hard all over the ground, trying to blow Fraser up. Chalmers will try to do the same thing. Beautifully done. Fraser to Lockyer. Rocker again. 2 against Rocker this time. Rode it okay. Collingwood is still a chance.
Cheezo Bree.
Buckley's third. Stretches the lead. Buckley's got a heap of space here if he can get it to him one-on-one. Collingwood going for broke late in the corner. Rocker takes it for the long
great
ball.
kick.
Oh, magnificent. This for his 4th. And a 21-point lead to the Magpies. Jarman, the danger is still very much present. Was that Hollywood? Oh, it was! Listen to the crowd! They are going off! If it did, it should have been play on. Straight down the middle! Collingwood by 28. There is plenty of time left. Just about half a quarter. Young Pendlebury to Lucuria on his natural
Young Pendlebury.
side. Buckley!
Yeah.
If ever a captain is lifted to the
There's the
occasion,
Scott brothers.
we are seeing it tonight. Never kicked 6 in his whole career. It's a role which I've always thought he could play. Since half-time.
I feel absolutely ashamed to say that I totally forgot about that. Yeah, I can't remember that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially Pendle's first game too.
The consensus was that he was going to just become a centre half forward, but then his hamstrings just gave way.
Yeah.
In 2007,
Yeah.
2007.
How tall was Bucks? He's
But
only
yeah,
high
he was-
180s, yeah.
Well, that's one thing, mate.
180.
You're surprised.
From what I recall, Sean, he was 186. I could be wrong.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Mate,
so
back in the day,
What?
centre half forwards were 187. Dermot Brereton was only 186, 187. Dunstall was only 188. You know.
Yeah, but Dermot played in the 80s and 90s though. Like normally when you get years, everyone gets taller. I mean, Cloak was considered a monster, and then I personally I reckon that's also why he had the fall off that he had, was because he was 195 centimeters, and that was a monster. But when he got that contract, that big contract that was like 5 years, that's when all the key defenders that were coming in that were like 2 meters tall. So he couldn't really take it. I mean, he obviously took contested marks, but he wasn't leading the contested marks because he always had a defender that was 200 centimeters on him. And I think that was one of the reasons why he had the downfall that he had. Not because he wasn't any good, but the opposition just got taller, and because I feel like that's normally what happens is that once you have like someone that like stands out in a way, you always have those versions coming through that are bigger, stronger, taller. That's why we've got someone like a Zach McCarthy in 4 or 5 years' time. He'll be moving like Jeremy Cameron, but he's 200 centimeters. So it's just that I guess at the end of the day, that's what that's just how things go.
Yes, it was Mello. Pendles is in the club that first kick. It was a goal, and Buckley passed to him. Yep.
Well, that's what I was going to say, Mick. I'm surprised they didn't try Buckley more often early in his career, like in the 2002 or 2003 grand final.
What, as a forward?
Yeah, because you could see it worked in that game.
But the thing is, Chrissy, he was absolutely fucking dominating as a mid, yeah?
Yeah.
He was our main guy. He would get 35 possessions and kick 2 or 3 goals. And he won the Norm Smith in that grand final, the one we should have won, because they didn't give Rocker that goal with a bunch of battlers versus fucking a team of fucking AFL Nepo babies, mate,
Yeah. And also as well with like Buckley, the salary cap was centered around him, yeah? It was basically he was the highest paid, and everyone else got I mean, not that everyone got crumbs, but Buckley would have been like the highest paid, and then everyone else. Because like every time we went into those grand finals, you'd have someone like Bucks, but then everyone around him were it was kind of like Carlton in a way, like Carlton like now. But the difference between us and Carlton is that we would still make grand finals.
Mm. Yeah.
Where you'd have like Carlton have got like Cripps and Wiedering and whoever else, and then everyone else around them is spuds. Where that's sort of what we did for 02 and 03. But yeah, we're off making grand finals, and they're off winning wooden spoons and barely making finals.
So what happens to us?
Well, that's
this
what you
year,
could
then?
do, like with Nick and Geordie.
Mm.
You could put them forward, Nick and Geordie, more often.
Yeah, we've got no one to go midfield, Chris, man.
Yeah. I think it goes either 2 ways. I feel like it either just like continues the way that it is, and we finish around 9th or 10th. Maybe we win the wild card round, and then we get taken out in the elimination final, or we hit our straps. Which I think, in all fairness, if we've got to do the odds, I think we are too professional of a team to strap in and to to basically get the best out of this list. But yeah, I still think we can at least like make a. I don't know. I feel like the prelim is like stretching it, but it's still possible. But I don't know. There's just so many things have to like change for that, and when you have someone like Fly, he just hasn't that. There's no evidence to suggest that he's going to just turn it around. We don't have the players. Like, we don't necessarily have the players to take over like the season as well. Like Side isn't the player that he is. I mean, Pendles is going pretty well, but I mean, Pendles is still 38. Like, you know, we sort of need the injection of youth, and we need, you know, as much as it'll be his first year, but we need someone like a Swaddling to just come in and just kill it. We need someone like, you know, even like a Jacob Ryan. He doesn't necessarily need to like quote unquote kill it, but he just needs to, you know, just be solid enough. He just needs to contribute. Yeah, not do anything like out of the ordinary, but just be that safe footballer, so that everyone around him can like trust him, and they can sort of whatever decision he makes, albeit it'll be safe choices, but they can still, you know, they can pack in the decisions that he makes.
Yeah, look, we all wanted Howes in. Now, would you? Let's say Howes was injured. Would you have picked Ryan ahead of Parker?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
I would.
Well, it kind of depends on the role that you want, but we're so small down there, so you know, if Howes isn't your guy, or if you go Howes isn't ready, so you take him off the list, then it's either going to be Ryan or TJ at that point. Yeah. So, because like the fact that Frank is going to take on 3 Sydney tall forwards, like, and I know he's not going to be taking on those 3 forwards, but like,
how pissed would he be?
Oh,
Rampton, he would be, because it's just. It's one thing to have more in there making him uncertain, but would he prefer to have more there as support or more replaced with a Parker? It's sort of you're damned if you do, if you're damned if you don't. Yeah. You know, it's like, surely he would like another key back there to take a bit of pressure off. Yeah. Because now Maynard has to play tall, and we don't want Maynard to play tall. We want him on a dangerous small. We want him on a Papley or someone like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And we haven't got DC dropping back to take intercepts. Look, Steen can probably do it, but DC would have done it better, even though Steen's a better, you know, centre bounce ruckman than him. Yeah. Do you reckon DC's been down with his intercept marks around the ground as well this year, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. Fucking hell, man. Doesn't it always happen, mate?
Well, Mick, I said on Max Stream.
Go, Chris. Go.
I said on Matt Stream, I don't know if you agree. I said on Matt Stream, would you put McStay back there?
In the back line?
They have thrown him back there for like small roles, like for like a few minutes at a time, but not like listing him at like centre half back. I mean, hey, like it is an option, and it's. I mean, what? There are worse players to put there, so it's not.
McStay has somehow extracted himself out of the whipping boy fucking list because he's been listening to us. He's kicking goals. He's listening to us. He's not. You know, he's still doing. We can afford him one fucking brain fart a game, yeah, not fucking 3, yeah. Like last week, he did that fucking side fucking kick again. He never fucking kicks him, man. Why does he persist with that shit, mate? But having said that, he's taken marks, you know. And
our whole team can't do snaps. How often does our team snap and hit the post?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buller likes to do that too, man. Fuck, which I don't like, man. I just don't like it, man. They all fucking want to do it, man. I don't know. What is it, man? It's like a fucking 13-year-old fucking around, you know, at footy training kind of thing. Are you really serious? You're taking a shot like that? Fuck me dead, man.
I thought Buller was he went through his routine and did he kicked a drop punt from like a cute angle and kicked a goal. I haven't seen a forward do that in a long time.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. He did, but when he's like really close, he does the side one. I've noticed it in the VFL. I'm not sure if he's done it in the AFL yet. Hopefully, I don't think Charlie West does it. I think he just drop punts all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll be the easiest like telltale sign if Charlie's been told to change up his game, because that guy in the VFL, when he takes a mark and he's inside 450, he doesn't even look. So if I see him turn around and he's looking for an option, I'll go, bang, Fly's telling him to do something he's not known to do.
Yeah,
so
if he takes a mark at 50 and fucking McStay fucking calls for it in a pocket, I'll fucking spew up, man. Like Terry Wallace.
Well, it's even for someone like Buller, for someone like, because like if we think about Buller's like journey, he played 2 games and he got dropped. So there's already that sort of in and out sort of like thing that's happening with him. It's his first year. He's trying to be amongst the boys and stuff. I feel like that can like sort of screw with your confidence, because you're not there to impact games. You're there to be a part of the boys. And that's where someone like Fly or whoever needs to go to him and be like, hey, you're our guy. If you ain't doing it, then no one else is, sort of thing. So if you take a mark and you're 20 out, 30 out, 40 out, 50 out, 50 plus out, like you have the, obviously if he's like on the wing and stuff, it's different, but like, but he needs to, every time he marks it and it is within his range, have a shot on goal. Because at the end of the day, if he's not having shots on goal, then why the hell is he there for? And then you give him that confidence and you back him into that extent. That's when you see the confidence. That's when you see them improve and they go, oh, well, if Fly backs me in and if Fly likes me, well then, instead of like, oh, Fly's put me in the VFL, oh, there must be something wrong with me. If you back them in and you keep playing them, his mindset then goes, oh, there must be something right with me if Fly thinks I'm good enough. So it's that whole change of mindset. Like, instead of thinking he's not good enough, he's thinking, oh, I am good enough, and there's a reason why X, Y, and Z people at the football club are backing me in, because they see something in me. Let me pay the faith. And instead of like, that's why I'm so like keen for Charlie at the moment to get his game. And I'm so keen to see like when he takes a mark, what is he going to do? Because if he turns around and then passes it to, if he passes it to an Elliott or a Schultz in the pocket, it's in Sydney, so I'll be watching it. I'll be watching from home. I'll just say this, that my TV maybe I cannot guarantee my TV safety if I see that shit. Because I might need to be going to JP if I see that shit.
Yeah. There's a few things like I outlined it right at the start that I just don't want to see anymore, and that's one of them. Another one is fucking Allen on the wing. If we see that, fuck, TVs are going to be fucking exploding all over fucking Melbourne, man.
Yep.
Or IQ on a wing, or fucking, fucking long bombs to shooter,
Also, as well, I know, because I know this is kind of stating obvious, but like, what is so wrong with just putting Allen in the midfield and just being like, this is your game, just go, like, you're gonna play 80% in the midfield today. This is your game to just grab it by the nuts and just take the authority. What is so bad with doing that? But then he just fails, because I'd rather he do that and completely fail than just not try anything at all. Because because I've been speaking to some of my people about this, just through chats and stuff. Like, there was a saying I was saying last year about it just feels like we're playing like stale bread. Sometimes when you make like sandwiches and stuff, sometimes when you just buy a loaf of bread fresh off the counter at whatever shopping center, there's just something like awesome when it just comes to a fresh loaf of bread. So with someone, when you have an idea like football, like you're throwing Allen in the middle, it's not necessarily you're doing it because it's this amazing idea that's just going to be perfect and it's going to work off the bat. Sometimes you just want a fresh loaf of bread just so that when you have a sandwich, you can actually enjoy the sandwich more. And yeah, it may turn out to be that whatever's inside the sandwich is shit house. But at least it's like, at least you're trying something new and at least you're trying something fresh rather than just like something old and stale. Like, I'm just like tired of just seeing the same old, because obviously you got Nick who's like a gun, and I'm not saying to obviously get him out of there, but for the people that aren't working, just get them the fuck out of there and just like try something new. I keep mentioning about the ping at the stumps that Fly always says, but and it's just at the end of the day, it's just I'd rather just go all in on something different and fresh than to just what's that fucking game like when you're like fucking 3 years old and you put there's like the blocks and stuff, the circle hole, the square hole, and you've got the blocks to put them in. It's like just trying to. I'm probably going to fuck this up, but like it's like getting a triangle.
Yahtzee.
You kind of put a triangle in the square hole.
Yeah, you got round peg square holes. Is what you
Connect four.
Yeah, no, but it's just like you just See, I'm fucking up.
Hey,
But,
Sean, the Collingwood loaf of bread's all mouldy and it's got fucking mushrooms growing on it. It's not happening, mate. All right. Yeah. Our loaf of bread's the one you forgot about in the pantry, and a month later it's all fucking green and all fucked. All right.
Yeah.
Don't worry. No new plans coming, mate. No fresh sandwich. Forget about it.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing though. It's like I'd rather try something fresh and rather even if we try like a Harry DeMattier, or I mean, actually, I think you said it perfectly. It's like even if we get someone like a House to play in defense, from an expectations point of view, it's fucking perfect because I'd rather have Noah House play and suck than to try anything Moore does. Because even if Moore has like a good game, it's like, okay, but is he going to play well next week? Sort of thing. I'd rather like try something new and try because if we're just doing the same shit over and over again, it's just more from a even if it's not from a football point of view, but just from an entertainment point of view. If you go watch your favorite movie, you know how your favorite movie's going to end. Yeah, it might be good and it might be like you still like enjoy it, but there's a part of you that's like, God, what if I watch it the next time and like instead of the good guys win at the end, like the good guys lose. It's like it's sort of just change it up, and it's like I don't know, it's like it just seems like the club's just so scared to fail, but then it's like, why are we so scared to fail when we're basically failing anyway? So what's the difference?
Fucking know.
You know what I mean?
That's
let's just have a crack.
That's always been my theory on it. I think, unfortunately, and it's hard to admit sometimes, but when you've reached the limit of your list, it's very hard sometimes to just say, nah, this ain't it anymore. And you got to look for fresh ideas and, fresh players and whatnot. And I know you're very reluctant to actually just end it. And I get that they have to phase out players and how they do it. And my biggest issue has been, and again, I just harp on it. It's just the way he introduces youth or the way he doesn't introduce youth. It's not very thought out. It's very much just like, okay, I'm only going to bring in a guy if I absolutely have to. And even then, I'll still try and fill the void with an old guy before I give a young guy a go. I think that's where the frustration lies with most supporters, right there. So tonight, like I said at the very start, it's a universal thing that we've all been like, wow, he didn't play House, he didn't play like for like, and that's where the frustration lies. Because again, I don't care if he got 10 kicked on him, wouldn't have bothered me, because at least you've made your selection was the correct decision. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. The selection wasn't correct. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, like, even if the rumors are true, and like, although I don't agree with DeMattier or TJ playing if they were to get a shot and stuff.
DeMattier? Did you call him DeMattier again?
Oh, just what the yeah, it's past midnight. Harry.
I love that pronunciation.
Fuck
Sean,
it. Just
keep
call
it
it
up. I love it, mate.
DiMaggio.
Yeah.
We'll call him Joey. Joe DiMaggio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no, isn't he an actor or something? Anyway,
No, Joe DiMaggio is a baseball player.
Hey guys, can I do just a slight break in the conversation topic?
Yep.
So, I think the Purple Haze nickname is going to catch on, and you'll never guess the reason why.
Yeah.
I can guess it. Swoop,
you know,
isn't it?
Swoop Luke came up with it.
No, but you're getting warm. So they do a lot of social media, and when he got selected in the draft, it was like real heartwarming where his sister was going crazy, and then he's gone and kicked 2 goals, and he gave away a footy to a kid, and so they've got this like really cool social media package of the Will Hayes got drafted, and now he's made it, and he's kicked 2 goals. And then they dropped him. We won't mention that. But anyway, so I've gone purple. So I've commented, and I've gone Purple Haze with like 3 purple love hearts, and guess who's liked it?
Oh, you're kidding me!
2 guesses. I'll give you 2 guesses. I reckon I'll take it 2 guesses.
Well, it's either Hayes
Swoop.
or
Have a guess. No. Higher up. We're talking
Higher up.
We're talking,
Will Hayes himself.
No, we're talking someone who would like love hearts.
Darcy Moore.
Yeah, Swoop.
Darcy Moore liked it.
Oh yeah. There you go, mate. You're in, mate.
So,
you're in with Darcy Moore, Matt. You made
guys,
it.
Guys, before we start everything, I've got a bit of an announcement to make. I've got a new nickname for Will Hayes. Everybody. It's Purple Haze. Why are we calling him Purple Haze? I don't know, but it's just purple. It's so cute. It's such a nice color. Oh my god. So he's gonna get the nickname Purple, but none of the players, because they're too young to know the song. But he's still gonna get the nickname because it's cute. Such a good well, that is such a good color for you. Oh my god.
No way, Voidoid. Darcy Moore doesn't listen to Hendrix, mate. He would listen to Taylor Swift or something.
Mate,
he wouldn't get it.
Darcy Moore listens to ABC fucking radio, all right?
Yeah.
No, Darcy Moore listens to Fly. He listens to Fly.
No, well, I know who listens to ABC.
Yeah.
Boomer likes a bit of ABC.
Yeah.
Loves it.
Oh, yeah.
You reckon he's a big vintage music guy? I don't know.
I tell you what. I'm pretty
Is ABC like? Is that an innuendo? Am I reading that wrong?
No. Just a lot of people who watch the ABC can get very outraged.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. It's actually funny because that actually lines up because my dad watches the ABC a lot. And he's actually like a Buckley. He's actually a Buckley supporter and everything. So there you go.
Oh, okay. Is he a big fly man as well?
I'm not too sure, but I know he was complaining about the Rant guys because they were talking up a few players not being good enough. He's like, I think it was, it was like one of the kids or whatever. He's like, I don't know why they're just potting the kids and stuff. They're just there to train and stuff, and they're just trying to get a game. No, okay, all right. Well, I don't know if I should mention any further, but I have thought about maybe potentially like starting something with me and him. Maybe if we do like a series at some point. But I just don't know if he's going to do it. I just don't know how he's going to react because he's not like an internet person. Like he doesn't read comments and stuff like that. So I reckon if he gets into that world, I just don't know how he's going to react. That's all.
That's all right. He'll be like Mick from Into the Woods, mate. He's got no idea, but he makes it work, mate.
Yeah. No, because that's the thing. At the end of the day, he is a good bloke and stuff.
Unashamedly.
But he's basically all the. Yeah, he was a massive Buckley person when Buckley was coach, and I'm just curious because he hasn't really been challenged with a lot of the takes that he's got. So, I wonder if he does that on the internet. I don't know how he's going to react, but anyway, I thought about
try one. Just try one. See how it goes.
Yeah, man.
I've definitely
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I've definitely got like a really good name for it too, actually. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll give it a few months and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with a bit of conflict. That's part of the appeal of Into the Woods is just that they butt heads. And
but it's more.
I think Mick just does it just for the fun of it, but still, it's entertaining, isn't it? I mean, all stories, good stories revolve around conflict. Something happens to someone, and how do they deal with it? And there's conflict. You're going along, and there's a rock in the middle of the road. Okay, how does the protagonist get around that? And you take sides, and what have you. So you see a lot of live streaming on YouTube, and sometimes when people have debates and they disagree with each other, sometimes that's the most engaging content when you get two people not agreeing with each other. And
but it's just more for like if he's gonna use his like opinion, if he's gonna have his opinions and stuff. I just want to make sure that he's like gonna be okay and stuff because I don't. I just don't want him to. I just don't want him to have a bad experience. That's all. If he does go into it, because there's been some comments where I have heard him. I've just been watching it, and he'll just like walk past as I'm like watching like the show and everything, and he'll go, "Oh, I don't know if I agree on that. Like they're being a bit mean to such and such or whatever." And it's like, I don't think you'd like our podcast. So, but it would be good to have him, maybe for some of my content because I have spoken to him a little bit about it. But anyway, as I said, maybe something for the future.
Yeah. Benny Zero and Voidoid, what are you playing? Guess the movie or something? What's going on there?
I'm being a typical class clown. I've taken the conversation on some, autistic bloody movie trivia rant.
That's all right. Yeah.
Speaking about the rant,
what about? Yeah, I was just about to say about the rant. What about how like they just absolutely bag him out, and then Sly will just go, Collingwood by 35 points.
That's the thing, though.
That's my favourite point at the end. When he Collingwood by 5 goals.
Yeah, especially as well with those guys. I feel like a lot of the people, when you look at the comments and stuff, you see a lot of people that have issues with them. They take them way too seriously. Like they've never been a serious, group of people. Every time when they're talking, obviously they talk Collingwood and they're passionate. But like 90% of the things they say, they're just taking the piss. Like they're not actually like serious. Like, they do try to push the conversation forward into how Collingwood gets better. But I mean, the amount of jokes that they like throw out, it's I'm sort of like curious to why people take them so seriously when they're just not that type of.
It's because the reason people get offended is they say stuff like Cameron's not a good ruck. So what the average Collingwood supporter hears when they say Cameron's just not a good ruck. So they hear that and they go, "Oh my God, he was our best and fairest last year. Oh my God, Darcy Cameron." And what they're saying is that he's not a good top ruckman.
Yeah.
And and they don't give a fuck. They're not gonna break it down and go, okay, he's good around the ground. They're just gonna say, you should be watching us for long enough that when we say Darcy Cameron's not a good ruck, It means that the best he can do is a soft drop at the centre ruck. That's the best he can do, pretty much.
Yeah.
And they've been saying that for a few years.
Yeah.
And in fact, in 2020, and they keep talking about it, and it's true. In 2023, we were shot in the centre square, and they moved Cox to do most of the rucking in the centres. We won a premiership because of it. If we didn't have Cox, we're not winning 2023.
Yeah, people forget that. People forget that he became the main ruck in the finals series in 23. People are very easy to forget, and that changed everything for us. You know, especially grand final day, like the last quarter. My God, Cox was huge.
Oh, yeah.
You know, in 20, 30, 40 years' time, when people watch back the 23 granny, and you know, Mason Cox, his legacy will probably live on because of the American aspect and whatnot. But you know, a lot of people will forget him. But if you actually go back and you watch that 23 grand final, the last quarter, you'll see how dominant he was and how important he was. And I'm still of the belief that 666 at the end was orchestrated to have Cox get the throw up and then be able to do the tap.
100%, 100%.
Yeah.
And, you know, these are the little things that, Darcy Cameron has been a great ruckman.
It was probably Pendles that organised that.
Running that whole thing.
Yeah.
Now with Cameron, all right. So the argument is we could have gotten rid of him for a couple of first rounders and kept Cox and gone into the season as with Cox and Steen as our main rucks. And you know what? In hindsight, that looks fucking pretty good. They should have anticipated these rules, yeah? I don't know, like, wouldn't they have known that,
I think it's got, what happens is the players have too much power. They say, this is our best friend. We want him to stay. And they have too much. And so Fly and the rest go, okay, well, we've got to keep him. The players don't like this. Imagine a Mick Malthouse or a Sam Mitchell even going, no, it's too bad.
Yeah.
No, because we get. Are you saying it was two? We would have got 2 first rounders. We got 2 first rounders. Get Cox, even if it's 1 first rounder. Get 1 first rounder. Get a gun in at pick 12 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And we keep Cox, and we're probably 2 games, at least 1 game in the better.
Wasn't Cameron a free agent? So it was a free agent.
No.
It would have been whatever position we would have been.
No.
No, he was under contract, I think.
Yeah, it was an extension plus more
extended
pay.
So we extended his contract. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so he's in. Okay, so it would have been a trade then. For some reason, I just thought Cameron was Okay, all right. People say
he's old enough. He's old enough to be a free agent.
Yeah. No.
So we've almost done a smaller version of the Grundy by giving him that contract, because now he's he offers very little if he's not doing anything around the ground.
And Cox has cemented himself at Freo. Yeah.
Yep.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, because the
but he doesn't look great
injured at the moment.
What was that, Sean? He doesn't look great.
No, every time I've seen him, he has some moments and stuff similar to what he did at Collingwood, but outside of those handful of moments, I just don't think he does that well. I think it was a good decision to move him on, but that's just me personally.
In hindsight, with where we're at the moment, the fact that you would like to have Cox playing tomorrow with Cameron injured.
Yeah.
Well, it makes it the fact that we didn't go after a ruck makes it hard.
Brody is gonna. We might do okay in the middle, but Brody Grundy is gonna smash Steen and Buller around the ground. We're gonna get smashed in the rucks.
Yeah.
That's the thing with Steen is he gets pushed around in the rucks around the ground. He's 2 or 3 years away from being a all-round ruckman where he's got that great leap, but that's only really an asset in the center ruck. isn't it
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, no, agreed.
So
Yeah.
you have to admit Cox would be handy because Cox would be in the team tomorrow, right?
Mm.
I
And he
mean,
would
it'd be in
take
the
it
team
around.
regardless if I has a say.
Mm.
And
But,
and,
yeah,
and,
I
and
would
personally,
push.
I reckon if he was on the list now, I don't think Steen would have debuted. So I
That's
reckon
on
they would
Fly
have,
though, you know. But
Yeah.
well, okay. So Fly would have been playing up until now, and then Steen is getting his debut now. Either way, it would be nice to have Cox on the list because when you've got guys like Sullivan in the list, that was my argument from preseason. Oh no,
Yeah.
we need to get rid of these older players.
Yeah.
You've got Sullivan on your list.
Mm.
Yeah.
Why do we there's 8 players ahead of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Including players that haven't played yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
There's
Swadling's. You'd play
there's
Swadling
recruits
before
next year
Sullivan.
who haven't
yeah?
recruited the draft this year. We haven't recruited people yet in the draft, but they are ahead of Sullivan already. Sorry, Sully. I'm sure you're a nice guy.
But you're a spud. No, you look well done, Sully. You're a mid-season draft pick. You know, you've shown some signs, but there's a reason why you never got picked in the main draft, mate. And you know, it's glaring to see. You know why, yeah.
Yeah, and you cost us finals in 2024 as well.
Oh, the Freo game.
Yeah.
That
was dumb.
Yeah.
But also too as well, like even the reason why Mason Cox is getting games at Fremantle now is because Sean Darcy's injured. So like
backup. It's good backup.
As a backup, that's why for me personally I would have kept Cox because he would be handy. And if we let go Cameron, then it's like, okay, we can have Cox and Steen, and then if anything, if Cox goes down, we can have Smith as a backup.
Yeah.
Look,
we should have kept Cameron and Cox. I'm saying we should have kept Cameron because we didn't know how these new rules would affect him. Yeah. And to be honest, remember the State of Origin game? He looked good, and we thought, oh, the rules are good for him, but that's obviously not the case. But we should have kept them both. And you're right, get rid of Sullivan. What's he on there for? Keep Cox in the reserves, and we would have been in a situation now where we would have put Cox in for this game. Yeah. Or maybe, but having said that, maybe Steen doesn't debut if Cox is still on the list. You know. Yeah, it's hindsight, mate. It's the best.
Hindsight's 2020.
Well, that's what I was going to go.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to know. If you keep Cox, how do you know Steen would have debuted?
Yeah, I personally don't think he does debut if Cox is there.
That's what I agree with.
All right, guys, so I'm going to head off because I've got to get to bed. But yeah, can't wait for tomorrow.
Kevin, you doing a watch along of the game, are you?
Yes, I will be. Hopefully, find out why my voice is like this. But look, I hope we do win. But hopefully, it's reverse psychology. Pick the opposition. Hopefully, we win, and it'll be bragging rights either way because that way they can't bag me. Oh, Collingwood lost. Like, yeah, but I picked Sydney, you idiot, so you can't really say shit. But no, I always want Collingwood to win regardless if I pick against us or if I pick us anyway. But yeah, I just feel like now I think if we can halve the clearances and win and even the hit out, I reckon we're a chance. But we can't allow Blakey to run off halfback. If I see him run off across halfback, I'm going to lose my shit. I don't care if I lose my voice and make it worse, but I don't want to see Blakey run free off halfback. I want that prick be held accountable, and I want to make sure that every disposal he gets is rushed. And let's make Sydney rush their disposals, not just handball across half back, because we know when they do that, they're one of the best teams in that, like Geelong are. So, can't wait.
Yeah. All right, Kev, you have a good one, bro.
Yeah, you too, bro. See ya.
Catch ya, mate. Catch ya.
See you, Kev.
The legend, Kevin.
Do we actually think that tomorrow we could potentially, because like in a really weird way, I could see us winning tomorrow, but then it's like, but they're only doing it but they're not doing it for us, they're doing it in spite of us. Like it would just be a thing where they're saying all these like terrible calls being made. I could kind of see it like as like a backs to the wall type win, but sort of like, because I'd just be curious to know what Twitter would be like, or just what social media would be like if we actually win tomorrow.
Yeah,
you know, because after all the uproar that we've had today and stuff, if let's just say we beat Sydney by 4 or 5 goals even. What actually would be the conversation that would take place of like, oh, but just trust Fly and just do this, which again, it'll just go back to the people being, you know, it'll just, you know, validate all the Fly lovers, even though personally, I don't think it would like really change anything in terms of where we like really sit in terms of where the club is at, let alone like all the players and how we're playing as a whole. But I don't know. I'm just really curious to know like what actually happens if we do beat Sydney, and it's like, you beat them by like 4 or 5 goals. It's like, do we really like go anywhere? Because I don't think we do.
Yeah.
But it'd be one of those things like we like lift for Sydney, and then it's like but only to then not lift for like the rest of the season because we would have gassed ourselves out. You know.
Yeah. It's been that kind of season so far for us. Yeah. You know, we dropped that Adelaide game. We looked fucking, you know, dog shit.
Yeah, well, there's like, 3 games? I think someone was saying there was like 3 games that were so, that were definitely, like, if we won those 3 games that were definitely winnable, I think someone was saying that we were equal top or something, or equal second.
Fucking oath.
So, like...
we win. We beat Freo. We beat Hawthorn. Suddenly, people are looking at us different.
Crows as well. So that's 3. Yeah. That's 3 games we could have turned around.
Yeah.
And then we probably go from. I mean, I still think like the selection's still been a massive issue. I don't think the record has anything to like do with it.
Look, man, because, we lost to Freo and drew to Hawthorn because of fucking tactical fucking ineptness, man. Ineptity, whatever the fucking word is.
Yeah.
Things should have been done in those games, and if we got those right, then you know that miss by Shooter and that fucking drop mark from Moore they're not issues, because you know we should have fucking won those games earlier, mate. You know.
Yeah, because I do believe I don't think we would be as critical of Darcy Moore if Darcy Moore takes that mark and then we win the game.
Yeah.
He still cops criticism. Like, do not get me wrong. Like, because he still played terrible. Like prior to that, leading up to that moment. But I think we pull our punches far more than him. Obviously, like dropping it and stuff. Because I think that moment is sort of like, it doesn't add to it, but it just, because he dropped it, it basically multiplies all the, you know. Like our seasons, like, you know, in the dumps, because you know we've had such like a poor start, but yeah, you basically win those games, and Darcy Moore takes that you know, even if he has even if he continues that form he had leading up to that mark, we all know he had a terrible game, but you know, if he takes it and stuff, do we sort of go, he had a shit game, but at least he took that mark, so we move on?
Yeah, that's what would have happened. Yeah. But yeah, man.
Can I ask Sean a question, Nick? Is that cool?
Yeah, go, Chris.
Sean, do you think we could see like Smith like eventually debut as a ruckman eventually?
No, I don't think so.
He's playing local leagues next year, mate.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's one of those. He's one of those options where like they could just like throw him a bone towards the end of the year, but then again, that would probably mean we'd have to like
be last or something.
Yeah, or like at least not be mathematically possible making finals, but
he'll only get a game if Steen goes down.
Yeah,
if Steen goes down and DC are down, we've got no one else, man. We'll have to play him, unfortunately. Buller will be the main ruck and Smith will be fucking chopping out.
Yeah.
Because
the only thing with him is that his frame's just not ready. Like he's probably another year or two off from being physically ready. But in terms of his athleticism, fuck, he can cover the ground. That's probably the one thing that I do like about Smith is that there's been games in the VFL where it's like you see him sort of like taking a marker half back, and then he continues to play like up the wing. And then you see someone like leading out as a forward, and it's actually Smith. Like there was I think was it the Carlton game where he did that, where he took this like not leaping, like this like diving like slips catch of a mark basically at half back. And you think, fuck, that was like a really good effort, and you could tell, like at least you thought he was gassed, but you're like, fuck, that's like a really good effort, well done. And then as they're moving like the ball up with kick mark. And then I don't know who like kicked it, but someone had a kicked inside 40 to 50, and then you see Smith basically like on the lead out taking the mark. It's like, damn, like for a ruckman, like ruckman don't really do that. Like, but then again, once you do, I think when he had the shot, he went back and missed it. So, and I think with Smith, like Smith was like a mid-season pick, so you can always. Yeah, as long as you got a top 30 pick, you can always restart and go again. I don't know. Like you always want anyone that puts on the black and white and puts in their best effort, you always want the best for them. But I don't know. I think as much as it'd be cool to see him succeed, like chances aren't really in his favor at the moment.
Yeah.
Did anyone see Fly's presser? He was talking about Teakle. He was talking as a mid-season draft pick.
He wasn't talking about him as a mid-season draft. I thought so many people tweeting about that.
What did he say?
He said maybe he could take him.
Yeah, but if you watch the press conference, he had zero interest, and the only reason why they spoke about him was because the media brought it up. Because there was that people were tweeting about it, and I mean, if people know enough people in the Twitter space, you'll know exactly who it is. Because I'm kind of annoyed because, like, I know for a fact he barely watches these clips, but then he loves to capitalize on these tweets about it. He's basically like he was the one tweeting it, being like, "Oh, we're into Teakle as a mid-season draft." If you actually watch the clip, it was the media that posed the question. And specifically mentioned Teakle, and it was like Fly was he just gave that straight bat answer of just like, oh yeah, Teakle's been doing pretty well in the VFL and stuff, and we'll sort of monitor the progress and see if he develops into something, but we'll just sort of wait and see, something to that effect. It's just a straight English. It's just a straight bad answer. To the point where, he's not. There's no thoughts about Teakle being a mid-season option. I mean, he could be to some extent, but that's only if it's like we're going to our, fourth or fifth option, and that's even if we are even going for a ruck. So.
Yeah.
So for those that have any hope on Teakle being drafted, I'd be holding off that if you had your hopes pinned on that.
And look, Even if
I was
we need
hoping.
to go for a ruck anyway, surely there's someone better than Teakle in that mid-season draft anyway.
Well, apparently there's a kid that's playing for VFL this week that's a key defender. I want to say he's 190, but he's not that tall though. He's 192 centimeters from memory.
That's too small, man. Too small, man.
Apparently his form's been really good
too
though.
small.
What I can't remember where he was playing. I'll see if I can get his name up. It was like Noah.
Noah?
Yeah, Noah, Mick. Can't even. Actually, I could probably. Actually, I might be able to screenshot it. Not screenshot it. Share it to the thing.
Yeah.
See if I can. I'll see if I can do that.
Yeah. Mate, Milkshakes gets around the grounds. He knows a lot of these young up-and-comers, mate.
Because apparently his form's been pretty good in the Talent League. Is it Western Jets he's been playing for?
Hey, boys, I'll take the chance during this little gap to say good night to you all. Been a good one, mate. Love having a long chat for once. On a Thursday, it's the perfect night, mate. No jits in the morning.
Beautiful.
Probably won't see anyone until the post game, just because I got gym and other stuff on tomorrow, Arbo. So go the Pies. Hopefully we can pull something out of our backsides and every other hole, because we're going to need multiple. So enjoy the match, fellas.
Thanks, Benny. You have a good one, bro.
See you, Benny.
Ciao.
See you, Benny. See you, Benny.
See you, Ben. I'm going to drop out too, guys.
Yeah.
So,
all right, Matty.
I was just saying.
What are you doing tomorrow?
I'm going to watch the footy.
Are you doing any like watch like a pre or something like that?
I hadn't really thought about it. I'm just sort of in the middle of moving home at the moment, which is a fucking nightmare. Yeah, could do.
Yeah.
I was also just saying to Sean that I can share my StreamYard. So it's a bit short notice now, but if theoretically, if you wanted to do a watch along, I'll be working. But if you wanted to do a watch along, if you're not working, Sean, or if you've got time, I know you haven't. We're not linked up yet, but did that email come through?
I think it did. I think I'm all set up now, so I should be able to go. Yeah.
So theoretically, you can create, start, and stop streams and do everything. So it could be, ultimate great watch along, and you could be there without me, but using my channel.
Yeah.
So we can touch base early in the day and give you a bit of basic training and try and do it for the VFL. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it sounds good.
Anyway.
I'll definitely look into it and see how I go.
Yeah. I've just got a basic plan. I can have one other like admin, and so it's yours to use when you want it, mate.
Yep.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys.
No worries, man. Catch you later, Matt.
See you tomorrow.
See you, Matt.
Go Pies. See you, Chris.
Go Pies.
Bye.
Catch you, mate.
See you, Matt.
Also,
yeah, go on.
No, I was just about to say with Mick, I'll put the link in the private chat for the link to for Noah's highlights if you want to put that on.
Yeah.
So that's the mid-season pickup hopeful that we've got. Well, people reckon that he's a chance to get picked up by us, but whether he does or not, who knows? But it's in the private chat if you want to.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, 1 sec.
Yeah. And the video was only made just today as well too. So whoever was doing the video for it, he's done. Yeah, he's timed it well. Yeah, so I think I'll have a look. Yeah, he's 192 centimeters. It says here, this is like the Rookie Me article, but yeah, they're saying he's a tall forward, but he's definitely a key defender.
Sorry, man. I'm just looking for the right fucking format. Here we go.
No, you're good. And yeah, so he's playing tomorrow for the Collingwood VFL squad. So if anyone's watching the VFL tomorrow, they'll be able to watch him. So number 24 for the White, I think. Yeah, be the kid that took the mark there.
How old is he?
19, I think. I think he's an overager.
Okay.
Born in 2007, so someone could do it. Yeah, 19. So for those that are wondering, that's him right there.
Takes a nice mark.
Yeah.
Nice kick too.
Yeah. The only concern you'd have is because he's playing Coates League, he's not really playing against men, so I guess that's why he's getting the VFL shot.
So he would have been in the last draft and not got picked, but he's proving everyone wrong now with his performances so far.
Yeah. Yeah, but Josh, when Ali played for us, he didn't really do that well. So it can be hit and miss, but if he plays well, club will be looking for him.
Hey, Brad, your brother.
Now is he the one of, is he going to go high up in the mid-season draft?
I'm not too sure. To be honest, I haven't kept track on who goes where, but if he's playing their VFL, apparently we do have some interest. So if we're playing him, that obviously means that we think that there's probably some realistic chance that we think he's possible at our first pick.
All right. Okay. I'm going to call it a night, Shawnee and Chris. Yeah. I got to recharge. I got to recharge my batteries. I got to run up for work in the morning and watch the game tomorrow. If you, I'll be if you do that watch along, I'll be listening in from work.
Yeah.
And also, if Matt does a pre-stream, and there'll be plenty on. There'll be plenty on tomorrow. Thank you, everyone, for joining us in the chat. Milkshakes, Voidoid, Josh, Stephanos, mate. You guys are legends, man. Fucking hell, mate. Every fucking stream, mate, you're there till the end, mate. Very thankful for you guys, man. Fantastic. Fuck, man, there's still 25 people listening in. I feel bad, but my eyelids are fucking, heavy, so I need to catch some Z's, man.
It'll certainly be like that. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys, and Pies are going to win by 45 tomorrow. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Lock it in.
I have, mate. It's in the vault, man. Don't you worry about that, mate.
Put your mortgage on it. Put your house on it. Save his houses.
I don't know about that, man.
Put your life on it, Mick. Put your life on it, Mick.
Oh, mate. Yeah.
Put it in the vault, Mick.
I have, mate. It's in the vault, man. It's written down. Once you tell your score and your prediction, mate, it's in the vault, mate. But fuck, mate. Every single one of you is fucking, including myself. We're all fucking starving, mate. We are starving when it comes to fucking tips, mate.
Yeah. No, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard when you see the side playing that bad.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks so much. I'll catch you later. And, we shall meet again. See you later. Kana Pies.
Go Pies.
See ya.